WQAM Miami Fort Lauderdale presents The Neil Rogers Show. To talk to Neil, call 567-0560 toll-free for Dade and Broward, or pound 560 on your cell phone. The opinions of Neil, his guests, callers, or anyone else on the show do not necessarily reflect those of WQAM, Beasley Reed Acquisitions, or the Beasley Broadcast Group. Now, Neil Rogers on Sports Radio 560 QAM.
1 million times for Neil Rogers. He's in his house.
Oi!
On the first day of Hanukkah, my parents gave to me a picture of my fat Aunt Bernice. On the second day of Hanukkah, my parents gave to me two stinking dreidels and a picture of my fat Aunt Bernice. On the third day of Hanukkah, my parents gave to me three ugly shirts, two stinking dreidels, and a picture of my fat Aunt Bernice.
Oh, what?
Well, you look at it.
What's that weird thing on her head?
That's her face.
Oy.
On the fourth day of Hanukkah. That's cool. My parents gave to me lousy kosher candy, three ugly shirts, two stinking dreidels.
Sing the dreidel song.
No.
Sing it!
Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when no one is watching, I'll throw the thing away.
No, but that nice.
Fight me.
Oy.
On the fifth day of Hanukkah, my parents yelled at me.
For wanting a Christmas tree.
What?
Well, Jimmy's got one.
Maybe Jimmy's Catholic.
Oh.
And not wanting candy.
Not wanting shirts.
Not wanting dreidels.
Or a picture of my fat Aunt Bernice.
Amen.
Oi!
On the sixth day of Hanukkah, my parents made me sing.
If I were a rich man.
It's
a song every year.
in front of my fat Aunt Bernice. On the seventh day of Hanukkah, not bad, my parents made me eat 7 greasy latkes.
If I were a rich man.
I want a Christmas tree. I want a Christmas tree. I want a Christmas tree. Now.
Oy, is this a cut?
On the 8th day of Hanukkah, my parents gave to me nothing that I wanted, 7 greasy latkes.
If I were a rich man.
Where is my Christmas tree?
Shut up!
Lousy kosher candy, 3 ugly shirts, 2 stinking dreidels, and a picture of my fat Aunt Bernice.
Oi!
10:04 at 560 WQAM. Tomorrow at sundown, it's Hanukkah, baby. Let's hear it. See, one thing about the Jews, we know how, when in doubt, how to draw it out. Yeah, we got all these long holidays like Pesach, Passover, goes on for days and days and days and days. And then you got your Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, which that's like a whole week to carry on and make a big tzimmus and blow your shofar. And now, of course, we got Hanukkah coming on for 8 days. And like the Goyim with like Christmas, it's one day. Right? Easter Sunday. You got your Ash Wednesday, but then there's Easter Sunday. That's basically it. The only thing the Goyim do that they drag out is Lent, which I still don't know what that is. How long does that go on? 40 days?
I don't know.
You
I
don't
learned that
know?
in Sunday school.
You don't
Catholic
know?
School.
Mr. Expert on religion?
It starts on Wednesday,
Mr.
then lasts like
Anti-Catholic?
half a week.
You don't know how long Lent goes on?
No.
That's one of our
That's
first
personal
orders of
note.
business. We're going to find out. I bet you on line 9 they know how long Lent goes on. Hello, WQAM Religion Line.
Is George on in today? I want to get your fax number. I want to fax you something.
Well, I can give you the fax number unless you want to get it from George.
Sure, I can get it from you. I got this article that I thought might interest you.
Is it about Lent?
No, it's about...
Is it about other silly religious holidays? It's about what?
It's about how abortion has lowered the crime rate.
Great. Excellent.
I think you would like it.
Is it abortion lowering the crime rate in certain ethnic minority groups?
No, it's basically it's
Because I think that might work too. But anyway, I'll give you the fax number.
okay.
305 650
Okay.
0198 98.
98.
I don't want to go too fast because otherwise I can't kill a good time.
Okay, I'll let you read it. It's pretty extreme, pretty strange.
Excellent.
Okay.
The more extreme, the more we like it.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, amigo.
You're welcome.
See ya.
Bye.
There we go. Right off the bat, we got a good guy in there.
Oh!
Right. We want to find out what this Hanukkah business is all about. That's number one. And number two, I want to find out why you people continue doing these things. It just tears my kishkis out, tears my guts out. Why do you keep going?
Why?
Well, what is the point? Oh, we got to go to shul, we got to pay our dues, and we got to go eat a bunch of potato, which I do like potato latkes, by the way. The only thing important about being Jewish, of course, is culinary Judaism. That's my form of religion, dietary Judaism. Potato latkes, gefilte fish, which I do like. You have to wash off that crap, by the way, that gel. For all you goyim out there, if somebody's going to give you a jar of gefilte fish, don't eat that mung on there, that gel. That's like a preservative. That's like to keep it from stinking a joint out or something. You wash it off, and then you just, that gefilte fish is great. Whitefish, a pike. Huh? A mixture of whitefish and a pike. But I have no idea what else you're supposed to eat on Hanukkah. People come up to me. This is amazing to me, astonishing, knowing what a hard-bitten atheist, what a professional atheist I am. Not one of those people like George who's saying, I don't know. I'm not looking for no answers, okay? I'm looking for something, but it's not answers. And lately finding it. But anyway, until I came back here. They come up to me and I'll say, what are you doing for Hanukkah? And I'll say, the same thing I'm doing for Sukkot, the same thing I did for Tisha B'Av, the same thing I did for Yom Kippur, for Rosh Hashanah, for Lag BaOmer, whatever that one is. Nothing. Nothing. I'm living my life. In fact, I'm going to go see for Russia, for whatever this one is, Hanukkah this year, I'm going to go see the Backstreet Boys Sunday night. Yeah. Well, I'm a big Jewish kiss. And if they looked any better, I would just, Speaking of that, by the way, Enrique Iglesias declared his innocence to TV Guide. That's right, hot on the heels of Anna Kournikova. Enrique says he's got a lot of wannabe #1 fans now because he says, this is amazing. Julio's rising sun and People in Español's 1998 Sexiest Man Alive, is he really a virgin? That's what he says. He says he's really a virgin. And of course he says, no, of course not. That's my pickup line. I think girls find it sweet. That's how I picked up girls in college, and it worked a lot, Enrique says. Iglesias, who released his English debut last week, has been the world's biggest Latin artist over the past 4 years, with 14 million albums sold, and he still needs a pickup line? ? It says in Newsweek magazine. Now, what are you trying to say? Why are you like...
Nothing.
Yes, you are. Is everybody who's like a popular Hispanic singer, they all Maricones? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, they are.
I know that Mark Anthony, he makes me sick. He couldn't sing his way out of a paper sack if you put an Uzi up his ass. He might enjoy it. One thing about Mark Anthony.
He can't sing for shit.
Right. That's right. Let's hear it again.
He can't sing for shit.
Oh, I love it. Nice going, sweetheart, whoever that was. Who was that? Do you remember?
Some caller. She was talking about Enrique, as a matter of fact.
Well, she was talking about Enrique? Shame on you, sweetheart. Picking on my good, close, personal buddy, Enrique. Although his new single does suck, but nevertheless. 9 minutes after 10 at 560 WQAM.
No portion of this broadcast may be reproduced without the express written permission of WQAM Beasley Reed Acquisition Corp.
Just tell me what your problem is. Across the sea, there is a land filled with breathtaking days and hot-stopping nights. Come back to a place where passion explodes in the shadows. Come back to Croatia. The fans are your friends. Our people are friendly and ethnically cleansed. Oh man! Come back to Croatia. Our nightlife is hot. So take off black jackets in case you get shot. Yes, man, Croatia, man, wonderful, most beautiful place on the planet. I'm Lionel Petrovich, Serbo-Croatian tourism minister. Escape to where the beaches have as many shells as the streets. So make it Croatia. and bring your country.
Yeah, man.
We give you a beach shell and a romantic tea. Come see history in the making. Come back to Croatia where every night is like the 4th of July.
10:14 at 560 WQAM. So what's the deal with Hanukkah, baby? Let's find out, and about Lent and all these other ridiculous holidays. And let's find out why otherwise intelligent people continue participating in all these ridiculous rituals. Because that's what they are, rituals. What are you doing for Hanukkah, Neil? I don't know. What are you doing for Lent? What are you doing for Easter Sunday? You going to roll some eggs on the lawn? Is that what it is?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Going to go play a little hide and seek? Here's a mobile in Hialeah. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how are you today?
Pretty good, sir.
Yes, Lent is the celebration of the 40 days that Jesus Christ went into the desert fasting and without changing his underwear.
Oy! Wow. See, I was right about the 40 days. I even knew more about Lent than little Catholic Georgie in there. How do you like
well,
that?
I'm surprised at George, because every time he's on, when you're on vacation, he knows everything about religion, so I was surprised.
Yeah.
The second thing, what the hell
Every
is
time
going
I
on
bring
in
up something like
Seattle?
that, he don't know nothing about it. He just loves a lot of obscure facts. I think he just writes them all down before he comes in and does the show.
Neil, what's going on in Seattle?
What's going on?
Yeah.
Public,
I watched
public
the news
barbaric
tonight, and
behavior.
I'm thinking, this is disgusting. We look like a bunch of soccer fans in
Right,
Europe.
there you go. That's right. At least they're having a good time with the game. We're just acting barbaric and lifting up goddamn magazine, newspaper things and smashing them through windows of department stores because we don't like them. Just crazy people. Crazy people.
Are these right-wingers, left-wingers, or just nuts?
They're all wingers. Mostly left-wingers. Mostly like tree huggers and, you know.
Well, how come nobody's talking about it? I think it's pretty disturbing.
Well, what are we going to do about it?
Well, it took the president coming into town to have him crack down on them.
That's the American fucking way.
That's right.
Okay, Neil, you have a good day.
Get back to you. You know, I was watching Bubba yesterday. Maybe people aren't going to like me saying this, but I'll say it anyway. And I was thinking to myself, this man has done a great job. He has. He's done a great job. The economy is spectacular. Violent crime is down. It's still a disgrace, but I mean, he didn't invent that. It's way down. And, you know, life is a hell of a lot better than it was in 1992 or whenever the hell he took over, January 93. Things are going great. So he screwed around. He got some blowjobs. Big stinking deal. You know, typical of the right wing. That's the way they always try to embarrass people. Oh, let's get them with their pants down. Wow. How exciting that is. He's done a hell of a job. I would say in my lifetime, he's been the best president in my lifetime. Huh?
By elimination.
I'm not saying that there was a lot to choose from, you know. We had Ike, who was a moron. We had Truman, who'll give him hell Harry, who was, you know, just, people liked him because he was crude, you know. He was kind of like the Jesse Ventura of his time. Nixon, Dick, Gerald Ford. Gerald Ford's most famous line was, which he said just before and after putting the gum in his mouth. Bush, senile Ronnie, who had Alzheimer's 20 years before he got in the White House, but he forgets. What do we had? Bunch of losers. Jimmy Carter. Oh, when they talked about what a intelligent man, a brilliant man, Jimmy Carter. I think that we ought to hit those hostages
nuclear weapon.
He had a quaggle. He speaks with a quaggle. Like they do in Aintree. With all respect to anybody who might be listening in Georgia, Atlanta being the exception, of course, because you have a lot of very light complected Spartans in Atlanta. See, like in cities, this is true. In cities in America where black people are treated a little bit better, like down here in South Florida, where they're treated like crap. But in cities where they're treated a little bit better, and for some reason their complexion's a little bit lighter, because there's more inbreeding going on, I guess, for a while. But it's considered to be like a more sophisticated thing. You know what I'm saying? Like Julian Bond. There you go. Who's barely even black. He's kind of like the Bryant Gumbel of politics. You know, barely even black. So it's like a whole different ambiance. But the rest of Georgia is like strictly white trash. As in the Carter family, there's Billy. Billy's been dead for how many years?
Squirt.
Still peeing in the streets. And Miss Lillian with her 85 chin, she's been dead for many years. She's still grotesque. I bet you she don't look any worse now than when she was alive, Miss Lillian. And little Amy, of course, who was like the first troglodyte. Now we got Rosalind. I mean, not Rosalind. We got, what's her name? I can't even think of what her name is. Bubba's daughter.
Chelsea.
Oh, I could have sat here till 2 o'clock and I wouldn't remember that. Chelsea. I know where Chelsea is because I lived in Boston. How's the Kingston Trio doing, by the way? Seen them lately?
No.
Chelsea, who's, of course, looks like Hillary used to when she was younger with the bad frizzy hair. Isn't that sad? And by the way, guess who is the spitting image of Hillary? Remember the movie The Hand That Rocks the Cradle? And I don't know what her name is. The actress that played
Rebecca De Mornay?
Rebecca De Mornay. Ever seen the two of them together?
No.
Same person. Am I right? And especially in that movie.
Yeah, if you aged them back.
Right. Same person. Exactly. The spitting image. Which hopefully Hillary's got a little bit better disposition. Huh? Yeah, can't stand that bitch. She makes me, I'm so sick and tired of that whole deal. Okay, we're investigating Hanukkah today. We're also going to investigate this whole smoking business because I'm really sick and tired. There's even an ex-smoker's misery here in the Sun Sentinel today. Do I feel sorry for this person?
No.
No, I do not. But the good news is, High Court leery of FDA claims it's almost impossible. It looks like the Supreme Court is going to say very loudly no to the FDA as far as regulating cigarettes and nicotine, all that other stuff. No way. It says during one of the most vigorous oral arguments at the court in months, the justices suggested by their questions that they were almost certain to invalidate the FDA's watershed effort to regulate the nicotine in tobacco as a drug. In other words, no way, Jose. Do you know when they started putting the skull and crossbones, or the essence of it, I mean that warning message on cigarettes? Do you know what year it was?
50s? No.
No, 1965. 34 years ago. 34 years ago. And we have people now who are, I didn't know, Yeah, right, you didn't know. It says on there on the package, which now costs $50 a pack, by the way, it now says, it's going to kill you if you smoke these goddamn things. Faggots kill is what it says on there. Faggots kill because they're trying to get even. And we got all these whining, goddamn, simpering assholes. And, of course, this goes hand in hand with the lawyers now because everybody wants to sue everybody in this country. Suing people, suing the tobacco companies, suing this one, suing that one, because they're stupid. And like I said, I've said it many times. It would be like my suing the sugar companies because I'm dying, I got diabetes, and I'm fat, and probably all kinds of other grotesque things because their product is very evil and bad. And what was the word that they used about being, here it is. This guy that's suing also, this Amadeo, who's got the tube in his stomach. Yeah, he has to eat through a tube in his stomach because his esophagus is like all blocked off, so there's no taste. Everything he eats is delicious, but no taste. So the jury that's listening to his arguments now, it says last July the same jury ruled that smoking causes cancer, that cigarettes are a defective and dangerous product, and that their manufacturers use deceptive marketing to sell them. They're a defective and dangerous product. Is sugar a defective and dangerous product?
Uh-huh.
Olestra, defective and yeah. And what about that stuff that they're advertising on the morning show that gives you loose, oozy, uncontrollable stools? Dangerous product. Senecal or whatever it is. Is that it? Senecal?
What about caffeine? Makes you cranky.
Dangerous product. Horrible product. How about Ritalin? Dangerous drug? Yeah. Got your kids bouncing off the walls like a bunch of lunatics because of all that sugar that they're eating, and so they're force-feeding Ritalin, which makes them totally psychotic. Here's Hollywood. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. Good close, buddy. Tip the third.
Yeah.
Just wanted to see if you see on the news last night where American Airlines is batting 1,000 on screwing the flying public.
By doing what?
They cut the size of the carry-ons in half.
Good.
Where they got to make
Good.
one.
I'm all for that.
Sure. But they're the only airlines so far that are doing it.
Good. I hope all the airlines do it. Cut the goddamn carry-ons down. Tip the turd and cut the carry-on. No, seriously. You don't want to be sitting on a plane with these assholes that are bringing their whole life possessions on the plane to go away for the weekend somewhere, these idiots.
But with American Airlines, you got to look. Maybe they're making more room for the cocaine and the hand grenades.
That's the idea. Now you're catching on.
I just thought I'd check with you, see if you've seen that.
Thanks for the good news, pal.
All right, have a good one.
Finally, American Airlines does something good. You're not going to have room for the hand grenades and all the goddamn other weaponry and heroin in there if you have all your overhead luggage filled up. You idiots, man, who just don't know how to travel. You just don't get it. You haven't got a freaking clue. How come I can go to Europe, which I do 5 times a year, take one carry-on bag that fits perfectly in any overhead, and that's it? I put, after about 4 days, like in the midway point of my vacation, I call in the morning, they come and pick up your laundry. It's back the same night, and I got enough stuff to last the rest of the week. How's that?
Clean underwear?
After the 3rd or 4th day. Of course, clean underwear. How many pair do you need? If you're going away for 9 days, you take 4.5 pair. Yeah, 4.5 pair. And you wash them once.
See, if you turned them inside out, you wouldn't have
But
to
see,
wash
what
them
you're
at all.
forgetting is that you're wearing one to begin with, so you really got 5 pair. Look at this response we're getting about Hanukkah. Are you Jews in hiding again? Is that it? God damn it. I want to find out what kind of a stupid holiday this one is starting tomorrow night and what it's all about and what you're supposed to be doing besides lighting the menorah with those stupid candles and giving a different gift every day. See, the Jews know about retail. Christmas one day, okay? Big stinking deal. But with Hanukkah, every single day you're supposed to theoretically give another gift on this idiotic holiday. And it is. It is really embarrassing. I'm humiliated and embarrassed for my fellow Jews that we have so many of these ridiculous cockamamie holidays. Well, we have to hang on to our Jewish identity. Okay, fine. Just talk with a heavy accent, okay? Just go, oi, a lot. And that's all you need to do. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Good morning, Neil.
Yes,
George.
sir.
Consistent with your theme of holding on to covenants and things of this nature, the Tonight Show with Jay Leno had Dr. Laura Schlesinger, I think her first-time appearance, on and on about the covenant and how all these people who have sex and things before they're married, their marriages never last, which was untrue. And Jay pointed out to her that the Bible Belt, of all places, leads the country in divorces, which really stunned her. But on and on she was with her, tried to state that premarital sex and having sex before you're married have dissimilar meanings. You know, she is a nut.
That f***ing bitch.
Yeah.
But boiling down to where this goes with holding this comfort zone, which is where she's at, she probably doesn't know half the things that she's referring to in her biblical babble. Like most Jews, of course, a greater percentage of this country's atheists are made up of the Jewish community, fortunately, perhaps based on their education or whatnot, but a lot of them still want to hold ground to this old world stuff, and I have some friends who are psychologists, and they call it a pocket of retardation, where they could normally rationalize their real estate, their stocks, they can master law and any other field.
Yeah.
When it comes to this, they turn their brain off, and this stuff has the parallel logic to the tooth fairy, but they are afraid to decipher it because this will break their comfort zone. This is really where this is at.
Isn't that tragic?
Let
it go. Let it go. Cut the cord.
Thanks, Neil, for your time.
Thank you. God bless you. Yeah, see, first they cut the foreskin, which was bad. I'm starting to agree with George on that, overwhelmingly. Cut the foreskin, which is evil and grotesque and barbaric, but cutting the cord, can they do that?
No.
Can't do it. Here's the best news of all, by the way. Thank you, whoever faxed this to me. It says, today males of all persuasions are celebrating all over the world. You want to know why? Today, December 2nd, is somebody's 18th birthday. Who do you think it is? Britney? Oh! Britney Spears turns 18 today. See ya. She's legal. How do you like that? Does it really make a difference?
No.
No, but she's legal anyway. Probably a dyke. It's all right. It's always the way it is, you know, just to frustrate the hell out of you.
I'll watch.
27 after 10 at 560 WQ. I'm getting a tremendous response on this Hanukkah business. No, they never do. They're all busy. Well, they're busy potchking around now. They're making a potato latkes and they're getting ready to go to shul tomorrow, and they don't want to, talk about this stuff. Air their dirty linen in public.
QAM drops the green flag with Motorsports Saturday. Saturday mornings at 6 with Joe Costello. Right here on Sports Radio 560. QAM.
I just want Peter Alice to know that all of us American governments on the water company, we are Chinese too. Thank you very much.
The holiday season. Everyone loves Christmas carols. But until now, no one has ever written holiday songs about that other big holiday this time of year. That's right. I said until now. Introducing Hanukkah Carols on CD.
Hanukkah is always right at Christmas. This ain't something new.
If you didn't know it, then you're not a Jew.
Hanukkah Carols on CD spins like a dreidel as it gives you hours and hours of holiday music to get you into the other spirit of the season.
On the 8th day of Hanukkah, my mother gave to me 8-ounce chopped liver, 7 slabs of corned beef, 6 potato latkes.
5 years of guilt.
If you're tired of the old traditional songs of the holidays, here's the whole new tradition you'll get tired of almost before you know it.
You better buy gifts and get them on sale.
You know how we hate to pay retail.
Hanukkah is coming to town.
Hanukkah Carols on CD. It's the holiday collection you just can't pass over.
10:33 at 560 WQM. Are we getting a response to this or what?
No.
None, absolutely nothing. I got one call on the board. Isn't that pathetic? I ask a very simple question. What would you say? 98% of our audience is Jewish? 110%? Not one Jew out there can even tell us what Hanukkah is all about. Here's a holiday that goes on for 8 days with menorahs, with candles, with 8 million gifts, with all kinds of, who knows what it is. I don't know what it's all about. We got one person out there willing to take 2 minutes of their time to explain to all the goyim and me to refresh my memory. See, I'll tell you right now, I feel as Jewish as anybody. And I haven't been in a shul in years. I have no desire. I have had yarmulkes on, but that was only for that stupid whammy show. And look what that did.
I know more about Hanukkah than I do about Lent.
Exactly. You know more about Yamahas than you do about Lent. Anybody want to lend George a Yamaha? Here's a fax from Suzanne who says, in response to Hanukkah tomorrow, I'm that Jewish, nice Jewish girl calls once in a while, have a nice Hanukkah. Well, back to you, Suzanne. Have a great Hanukkah, whatever it is. But again, nobody wants to tell us what it is. This is pathetic. I do a radio show here every day. I come on, I ask a very simple question. I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. You know, my good friend Sean, one of our groupie listeners, probably home right now for the holidays, by the way, from Northwestern. Brilliant kid, great guy, but brought up in this, I mean, really fanatical, I hate to say fanatical, but a very heavy-duty Jewish background. They go to Chabad house. You know what I'm saying?
Oy!
Exactly. And I forget when I saw Sean over the summer, and he tells me he went to, when he was in Chicago at school, he went to shul on Shavuos, I think it was, or one of those minor holidays. Both nights, Friday and Saturday, he went to shul. I said, why? He said, oh, it was, I had a good time. I enjoyed it. He enjoyed it. For why? And this is somebody who's a brilliant young man. Now, see, he was brought up in this environment. I've met his father, Dr. Ernst, the dentist, the great guy, brilliant guy. But what is that? Why? What are you doing there? What are you doing in there with a beanie on your head? And what is that all about? I was forced to do those things. The first moment I had the opportunity to get away from that, I said, oi, get me out of this crap. I was forced to go. I was schlepped to shul. Anybody out there going to be schlepped to shul during these holidays now?
Uh-huh.
Of course you are. Your family, they're going to schlep you against your better judgment. I mean, if your life is that vacuous, especially when you're young, that you don't have something better, more enjoyable, more productive to be doing than schlepping the shul and putting crap on your head and taluses on your shoulders and payas and this and that. My God. So, Neil, did you go to shul while you were in Amsterdam? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was praying all the time. I was on my knees a lot. Kind of like Ricky Martin, by the way. His excuse is not only was he a member of Menudo, he was also an altar boy as a youth. So he had no fighting chance, you know what I'm saying? Here's a mobile in Pompano. Hello.
Hi, Neil. How you doing?
Okay, sir.
Listen, I don't have something for you on Hanukkah, but Lent runs from Ash Wednesday to Easter Sunday. Anyway, now that you've touched on the subject of that nicotine and everything, why aren't these all these alcohol companies being sued for liver damage and hospital bills?
Right.
Why is it hitting just all these tobacco companies?
That's right. I heard somebody talking about Walter Payton this morning. How about Mickey Mantle, who died from a bad liver because of all that booze he drank that destroyed his liver?
I mean, do they have more money than these tobacco companies, or what's going on there?
I don't know what it is. I have no idea. Of course, you got to understand that maybe there's more people in Congress who smoke than who booze it up than smoke.
Could be.
Yeah, like the Kennedys. I don't think Teddy smokes, but he sure likes his booze.
Okay, Neil. Thanks a lot.
And don't forget, pal, God bless the Irish.
Have a good one.
Back to you. Because without the Irish, you know, it wouldn't be fashionable to be drunk without the Irish. That's right. That's what Teddy says. Yeah, it's okay, but I mean, smoking. I would also today like to find out if there are people out there who are smokers. I'm talking about cigarettes, who don't want to quit. See, the stereotype that they like to paint is that everybody, just like us fat people, I'm sure that there's some of you fat folks out there who don't care, who don't want to lose weight. And while it's not healthy, but nevertheless, that's your option. We don't have any laws making it against the law to walk around being fat. Because it's the American effing way, that's why. This is the fattest country in the world. If we did that, we'd have most of us would be in prison right now. Fat prison. Which is a good way to lose weight, by the way, because I understand the cuisine is not always the best. But I'm sure that we got people out there who are smokers who, A, are getting really tired of being made to feel like scumbags because they smoke and being prohibited, and B, who have no desire to quit smoking. They're not doing Nicorettes, they're not doing the patch, they don't want to quit. They're willing to take the risk. They know the risks. They know that maybe they're going to have someday a big, gigantic tumor growing in their throat, on their lung, on their tongue, on their mouth, in their esophagus. Wherever the hell it's going to be. They don't care. I think that, and as a matter of fact, I think that when you buy a pack of cigarettes, they ought to have like a thing. Every time you buy a pack, you ought to have to sign, like signing a petition, you sign a release form saying that I'm buying this knowing ahead of time that it's a defective product that's going to possibly cause cancer, that's got addictive nicotine in it, but I will not sue anybody because I'm doing it my own free will. Yeah, they should have to sign that every time they buy a pack for $80 or whatever it is today.
Maybe some company will start doing that, offer a discount.
Here's Hallandale. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir?
Monica just called. She told me to enjoy your Hanukkah.
What?
Huh?
What is it?
Monica. Monica called. She
Yeah,
wants you to enjoy-
okay. Go blow the chauffeur, pal. Get out of here, okay, you silly old fart, you old fossil. Another old yid from Hallandale. Get out of here already. It's you. Oh, God, it's you. You specifically and your paisan Sonny Rosenberg. You're the ones that have turned this town to an outdoor funeral parlor, pal. Where's the living and breathing people? Come on, let's go here. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. 877 suck Neil on the out of town line. God damn it. Day after day. By the way, the trends are coming in at 2:30, the latest Arbitron monthlies, which is going to be August, September, and October. So tomorrow morning we'll have that, and then of course we'll see the real evidence of how the whole audience has vanished. They must have. Even on something as obvious as this, even on something as dramatic and traumatic as this. It's the same old story.
Get on your hands and knees and beg us, and maybe we'll talk to you, Neil, but I doubt it. You atheist son of a bitch.
Thank you, my sweet Jewish lady. And Castle Hoist, too, by the way, while you're at it. Miserable old bitch, whoever you are. I'm doing just a generality. She's probably married to that guy in Hallandale we just heard from, that crusty old Monica sucker. I got news for you, pal. Monica wouldn't touch you with she wouldn't touch your rectum with Bubba's hands. How do you like that? This guy's probably got more toe jam and between his big toe and his the one, whatever the one is next to it. Seriously, can you imagine? Ooh. He's got spillage. He's got spillover from the bag. 20 before. Yeah, that's that funny smell when you drive through Hallandale. Keep those windows sealed hermetically, okay? Oh, God. Either Josh Friedman's there or those bags are spilling over again, or both. Of course, when you have those staples, there's a lot of leakage.
Here's the Yankee sucks, okay?
Hey, there we go. Hey, y'all, my name is Clarence Eugene Thomas, President Bush's nominee for the Supreme Court. And there's lots of people out there that think just cause I smoked a little marijuana when I was in college, yeah, they weren't nothing but a pen joint, maybe a cigar-side joint, I don't remember y'all, that they don't think I'm fit to be on the Supreme Court. Yeah, I got the munchies. Let's do this quick and get out of here. I want to set y'all straight. When I start reviewing the law, I don't just review the law. Hell, y'all, I be toking. All right. And I toke it to the east, and I toke it to the west, and I toke it while I look up Sandra Day O'Connor's dress. Oh. I be toking. Let's go burn one, y'all.
10:45 at 560 WQAM. So David, who just called a little while ago, faxed me this piece, which is very interesting, by the way, the Aborted Crime Wave. And it's a hypothesis. It's a study where the conclusion is that because of the fact that abortion was legalized in 1973, Roe v. Wade, as a result, it says the first set of children born after 1973 turned to 18 in 1992, and because most crimes are committed by young adult males between the ages of 18 and 24, the absence of millions of unwanted children led to fewer crimes being done by that age group. In total, researchers say the advent of legal abortion may be responsible for up to 50% of the drop in the crime rate. Because it points out that while the New York City crime rate has dropped dramatically because of all the things that they've done with the police, et cetera, and so on, that even in cities like Los Angeles, which haven't followed suit, the crime rate has dropped the same amount. How do you like that? So when in doubt, abort them out. Isn't that unusual, huh, that unwanted children are most likely to become criminals? Put that in your pipe and smoke it, okay, all you right-wing assholes, all you idiots, you morons, all you fetus lovers. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I wanted to talk to you about Hanukkah. And
What is it?
Hanukkah started out as a minor holiday.
Festival of the Blight?
Of lights.
Oh.
Where you're not even supposed to go to shul on Hanukkah. Just stay home and light the lights and sing the songs and dreidel,
dreidel, dreidel, dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. How come I'm just so gay? Yeah.
And but recently, in the past, 20 years or so, as a because the Goyim are going nuts with Christ.
With Christmas and the lights on the Hanukkah bush. That's right. That's why we had to have a Hanukkah bush to make up for the Christmas tree. That's right.
That's why
Monkey
Hanukkah
see,
now
monkey
has
do.
become Christmas for Jews.
That's what Patrick Ewing says. Monkey see, monkey do.
And I personally think it's disgusting. But, you know, what the hell?
Oh, but I'm not saying it's disgusting, but it's superfluous. What's the point? It's good for business.
That's
it's
what
good
it
for
is.
the economy. It's good for business because you got to go out there and buy a whole lot of gifts, which is fine, I guess, because I'm all for a good economy. But nevertheless, it's ridiculous. It's a tremendous waste of energy and time. What's the point?
It's just to keep the kids happy because the Jewish kids see all their Goyish friends going through putting the lights up on the houses and all that, and they need something to do for them.
Monkey see, monkey do. Pretty soon the Jews are going to be rolling Easter eggs on Pesach this way.
Or matzo ball.
There you go. Now you're talking. Have a great day, pal.
Yep.
Happy Hanukkah, Chanukah. Here's the Foo Fighters, by the way. I think I've been on this flight where even the male flight attendants were stewardesses. I've been on those flights. 5670560, pound 560. You see, I know that a lot of people in the audience, people listen every day and they get a kick out of the show. They listen for whatever reason. But there's a part of their mind where they're saying, oh, you know, Neil must really feel a little bit left out because he's always like on the outside looking in. Well, first of all, there are occasions when just ask George with those swing clubs. Sometimes being on the outside looking in ain't so bad, number one. And number two, I'm happy to be on the outside looking in. I'm proud. I'm pleased as punch, as Hubert Horatio Humphrey would say, of being on the outside looking in when it comes to all of these things.
No pain in the ass, shopping.
I don't want to be part of the mainstream with this dreck, okay? I just find it bizarre that, like the guy said before, like otherwise intelligent people, it's kind of like they have a brain fart, you know? Yeah, there's just a little part of their brain that they can't clear up there, and so as a result, everybody else does it, so we'll do it. Oh, I'm going for a Pesach Seder to Aunt Sadie's. Why? Well, I don't know, we just do it. It's a good excuse to get drunk, have a little Morgan David, a little Manischewitz, and all of the above. Maybe even a little Grandma Boone. What's wrong with that? She was Jewish. Wasn't she, Pat Boone? 5670560. See, religion didn't work for him. He gave it his best shot. Now he had to turn into a punk rocker now, Pat Boone. Well, he sure did used to look good, I'll tell you that. Well, you know, it's those Goyim. Those real clean-cut Goyim. Tab hunter. Here's Aventura. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Hey, you finally said what I've been saying for years, is that Clinton is the greatest president we've ever had.
I didn't say ever had, but in my lifetime, I would say he is.
In my lifetime, too.
That's right.
And not only
He's
that...
no Gerald Ford.
Yeah, no. But in the face of everything that he's been through, too, looking at what he's accomplished.
In fact, Gerald Ford, you know, they said he couldn't walk and chew gum at the same time. President Clinton can make world-hinging decisions and get a blowjob at the same time. How do you like that? That's right.
What more can you ask for, huh? Hey, Neil, one last thing. Another day the guy told you about the song called Back That Ass Up.
Right, back that ass up.
Yeah, I can send you a copy of that song if you want me to.
All right, please.
I will.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
And happy Hanukkah.
You too.
Okay. Happy Hanukkah to our brothers and sisters out there, and Sister Soldier. Happy Chanukah to all you Schwarzers out there. Yeah, they like the Jew holidays. In fact, I told you, they don't like Chinese restaurants too much, but they love the delis. The only Chinese they like is like the Emerald Coast, where they can go and get those chicken dishes and the watermelon. They do like to be liking that. 5670560, pound 560. And you'll notice the only people who call me, because you're all a bunch of pussies, are the ones who agree with me that it's a waste of time and that it's silly and it's a monkey see, monkey do. They're the only ones who call me. Pussies, pussy, pussy, pussy. We're coming on the elevator last night at Pompano Park after a rather mediocre evening as usual. And one of the guys on the elevator says, "Hi, Neil." I said, "How you doing?" You know, it's right, ordinary seeming guy, middle-aged. He says, "I called you today." He said, "They kept me on hold for 24 minutes. I said, "Oh, well, was it worth it?" He said, "You hung up on me." This was the guy that called yesterday, and a good guy. He was a good guy, but he called yesterday and wanted to talk about that Cuban kid. And I said, No. We're drowning in a sea of all this Cubanismo. Call up Radio Mambi. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to discuss it. I'm through with that. Again, on the outside looking in, and I'm proud. I'm pleased. Nice going, Neil. Thank you. Nice going, Ed, for once you're putting your foot down and saying, I don't want to hear about that crap anymore. This town has suffered enough with all that garbage. And by the way, how about those 3 kids that got shot in Hollywood? Have you noticed the suspect here? Now, from that picture on the front of the paper, it's in both papers today. I'm really not, I don't want to jump to any conclusions, but the guy's name is Nanu, okay? Oh, Stephen Nanu? Yeah, his name is Stephen Nanu, 21. He'd be the suspect. And look at the picture. Am I jumping? Is he like Middle Eastern? Is he like slightly dark complected? What is he?
Keep going southwest.
He's from the Southwest? Maybe like New Mexico. He looks like one of them. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Hey, how you doing? I wanted to give you some history on Hanukkah.
All right, now we're talking. Here's the guy that knows his crap.
It's called the Festival of Lights. It has to do with when the Romans took over the Jews.
Those damn Romans, man, they're everywhere.
You know it. And after Judah and the Maccabees came back and revolted against the Romans, they went back to the first temple, which was destroyed, and they found only enough olive oil for one day of lighting of the eternal light.
And what the hell is life without olive oil, especially in Rome?
Exactly, and it was only it was 8 days till they can get the next shipment of olive oil in.
Remember when Eli Wallach was out there meeting with the phony assassin priest and his mule-sounding son there? Oli Oliva. That was the one. Oh, Eli Wallach. Could he act or what? Huh?
No.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I digress.
Right. Well, and then the whole idea is it's the miracle of the lights, where the 1 day worth of olive oil lasted for 8 days until they could get more.
How do you like that?
And if you walk into a shul,
Even in my favorite trattorias in Rome, one thing of olive oil will never last 8 days.
Exactly. But if you walk into a shul, you'll see above the ark, you'll see like a little light on top of it. That's the light they signify. In every shul, you'll see that. It's called the eternal light.
Yeah.
Thought I could help you out.
Okay.
And by the way, I'm a smoker who doesn't want to quit.
Excellent. You covered all the bases. Nice going, pal.
All right.
We'll send you a carton of Camels. Have a great
Newport Lights.
Okay, Newport Lights. There you go. I used to smoke Newports when I was in college. Used to just tear my throat up like crazy. 3 packs a day. I think I'm going to start smoking again, just to piss off my mother. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Then she can start leaving me more articles. You know, she loves doing that. About cigars and about this and about that and about how everything I do is wrong. But nice job at the house while I was gone, Ma. Nice job. Got Tiny up to about 25 pounds. Of course, he's only supposed to weigh 10. She likes to overdo just a little bit. He's looking good. Here's a mobile in Orlando. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, sir.
Hey, we need some more radio like yours down here. Hey, I got a question.
Some more radio like mine all over the world is what we need, sir. That's what we need.
Hey, I got a question you can run by some of your Republican friends on.
I don't have any Republican friends, sir. I don't have any Republican friends.
Oh,
I don't hang out with fascists.
Get some of the callers.
Okay.
Yeah, if abortion becomes illegal in its states' rights, what's the sentence going to be if a girl from Florida goes to Georgia where it may be legal? And are we going to have to
just like the same sentence they have at the Planned Parenthood and the abortion clinic, off of your head.
Yeah, and are we going to have to go to the airport now on international flights and ask, do you have your luggage with you the whole time? And if your wife's with you, are you pregnant?
That's right.
I just wanted to know if you'd run some of them questions. Nobody seems to be asking these guys in the media when it is
all these guys who have their nose in every woman's feet and every woman's uterus. That's right.
You got that? I don't want to know what the sentence is going to be. You know, we're going to build more prisons for women who choose.
Good luck to
Take
you,
care.
and have a happy Hanukkah, even if you don't celebrate it. Merry Christmas, too, by the way. There's the Christ child. There's the Virgin Mary over there. She's making another one of those tortilla pizzas. Let's see, it's the second, only 11 days till Rosa Lopez has Virgin Mary. And, of course, this is a special one because it's right near Christmas Day. I wouldn't be surprised if the Virgin Mary punches another one out, you know. Why the hell not? She's like eternal. She probably ain't any older now than she was when she gave birth to Jesus, to Yushki, huh? How about a twin brother? Sounds good. Well, a little bit better of a dresser, we can only hope. Oh, those sandals, man. People are talking all over. Really bad. Well, are you reading up the Jewish calendar there that we got from your accountant friend? Your crazy
it doesn't
accountant
say
friend,
anything in here, but I heard it was
bed bug?
Yes, but I heard it was the
I'm
Assyrians.
squeezing my tzitzis right now. All you kids out there, don't pop your zitzes.
I think that guy was wrong.
You get bad scars, man. It'll kill you.
The Jews never won against the Romans. I think it was the Assyrians.
The Assyrians? How about the Jordanians?
I'm Assyrians.
Is that what Ted Kennedy says? He thought it was the Syrians? I'm just incoherent with this stuff, man. I'm just so tired. I mean, maybe one day I'll wake up and all these bubble mices will go away. You think that's going to happen? No. And we can just get on with the important things in life, you know, like getting laid, stuff like that. Things that are worthwhile. Casinos, fun stuff. 3 minutes before 11 at 560 WQM.
A special Christmas message from Mr. Jack London.
Thank you, Jack. Or was that Hannibal again? It's 11:01 at 560 WQAM. Yeah, we got to do something about this Jeff the Florist, okay? Masquerading, number one, as a Jew, which of course he is not with a name like that. That's, as Goyish as Rogers. And then number two, Capriccio, okay? Repeat after me. Capriccio Ristorante, not Restaurante, okay? I mean, I'm sure this is a wonderful place, and maybe someday they'll send us some free food, and then somebody will come on here that can pronounce the name of the restaurant right. Capriccio Ristorante? If you look up dumb goy in the dictionary, there will be two pictures. On the one side, on the left, there will be a large head Joe Rose, and on the right there will be Jeff the Florist. Dumb goy. And in the middle will be Rick Riley. I mean, let's get serious. Capriccio Ristorante? Oh my God. So what did you say it was the Greeks and the Syrians? 5670560, pound 560 on the 18. See, all you people out there, you're going to go in Hanukkah China tomorrow night. You're going to go to shul, and you're going to be davening. Oh, and by the way, oh my God, we got another hockey game in the middle of Hanukkah on the first full day of Hanukkah on Saturday night?
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness. Why do they keep doing that? Are they anti-intelligent? Is that what their problem is over there? They keep, every time we have another Jewish holiday, they schedule another home hockey game. We go days and days and days, no home games. Then as soon as it becomes Yom Kippur, hey, here's a Panther game. As soon as it becomes the first full day of Hanukkah, hey. And of course, it's not one of those like solemn holidays. Even I know that. So don't use that as an excuse. The fact that we're playing a crappy team like the Washington Capitals, that's a good excuse not to go. But please come anyway, please. Did Jacob call, by the way, to sit in my seat on Saturday night? Did not? How about in my lap? Come on, Jacob. I won't tell. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was just wanting to make a comment on the abortion thing earlier you mentioned.
Yes, sir. Are you a smoker, by the way? Do you smoke cigarettes?
No, I don't.
Oh, damn it.
I don't mean to sound like a right-winger.
Yes?
I don't want to sound like a right-winger.
Uh-huh,
but I think it may be a better solution, and as true as that data might be about the statistics of crime going down with the abortion being in effect, I think maybe a better solution, instead of like killing the babies, might be just to learn to love them instead of
to learn to love them. That's a good generality. Did it ever dawn on you, though, that the people, first of all, they're beating them up, they're beating the crap out of them because they didn't want them in the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
And they become abused children. And, of course, we know about abused people are the ones that abuse other people and kill people and do stuff like that.
True. That's what I'm saying.
Why would you love a child that you didn't want in the first place?
Well, that's what I'm saying, is that you got to teach the people to love the children.
And how do you do that? How do you teach people to love somebody? How do you do that?
Well,
should we bring back John Lennon and get him together with Yoko Ono again? And
no, I don't think that's...
Maybe they can run around singing, give peace a chance. You know, a lot of songs generally do it.
You learn to love people.
The theory is great, pal, but you got to come into the real world.
Well, unfortunately, that's what's wrong with the world right now, is that it's not living the reality of the real world. That is the real world. Learning to love people is the real world. This, however...
Israel?
What's that?
I said have a great holiday. 5670560. See, all you got to do is say Israel, and right away they start getting panicky, okay? I wasn't talking Jew talk. I just said Israel. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Yeah, we don't want to hear all that Jew talk, okay, Rogers? We don't want to hear that Jew talk.
Oh,
there you go. There's some Jew talk. I don't get it. Does it make you feel better to go there? Is that what it's all about? Does it make you feel like you're a part of like the Elks or the Kiwanis or the Rotary or the Masonic Lodge, God forbid? Oh, and by the way, was it the Knights of Columbus? This book that I'm reading, Hitler's Pope, I think it was the Knights of Columbus. Isn't that a good Catholic organization?
Yes.
That also never met a Nazi they didn't like back in those days. Yeah, so many Catholic organizations, including the Pope, of course. Mr. I'm so pious, better than you are. And, of course, the excuse is, wow, this is a good way to keep out the communists. We got to find some ist that we like. So that why not the fascists? Mussolini, Hitler, never met a fascist they didn't like. Here's Fort Myers. Hello.
Yeah, Neil, I wanted to let you know I'm on my way to Biloxi, Mississippi to punch my brains out.
Oh, my God.
I've been there twice. This will be my third trip, and I love it.
Really? Yeah, everybody tells me it's pretty good. Of course, I won't go there because they don't let Jews in Biloxi.
Well, you know, over here in Fort Myers, the big deal is the county fair and rodeo.
And, of course, you don't have any Jews in Fort Myers, so you guys can all go. You're safe.
You know, there's nothing, you know, like watching a redneck in tight pants grab a bull by the horns.
Uh-huh.
You know, so that's our big thing for entertainment over here. So you could cross the street and have a good time.
You probably come over here to Hialeah during noon hour any day of the week and watch the cockfights and get more entertainment than you got in Fort Myers.
We could just get some Julios over here to stop traffic, you know, that would be something.
Okay.
I mean, anything
We'll
over
set
here.
over about 50,000 over the weekend. How do you like that?
Any kind of excitement. I mean, we don't even have minorities over here. So boring.
Damn it.
It's pathetic.
Yeah.
We're like the fire hydrant of the United States.
Exactly.
Everybody stops just to, you know, pee on us.
Well, I'll bring my dogs by this weekend.
I hear they like to pee a lot.
They do.
Yeah.
Well, have a great time,
Okay,
pal.
you know what you need? You need a drop for casinos. You don't have a drop for that. Like a little, you know, the bells going off and the whistle, something like that.
Oh, yeah. We got that. Have a great day,
That's
pal.
what I do.
Good luck
That's
to you.
where
Okay,
I
say
live.
goodbye. Say goodbye. Get out of here. We need a drop in for casinos. Do we need a drop for...
No.
No, I didn't think so. What is he talking about? 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. The out-of-town line where we just had that great call from the guy that's going to Biloxi, Mississippi from Fort Myers. 877-SUCK-NEIL, SUKNEIL. That's a good way to do it, isn't it? Just, yeah. You spell it right out. When in doubt, spell it out, because some of the people out there, they're a little bit like Fredo. You're not too smart. Not too smart. They're a little kind of like dumb. You ever notice listening to some of these calls?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, some of them are just like a little bit dumb. Here's a lady mobile in Miami. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I figured you always say you don't get enough calls and you don't get very many from women, so I figured I'd break your trend.
Well, good for you. You're our first woman caller of the day, sweetheart.
Oh, my
I
goodness.
think.
All right. On Hanukkah, Hanukkah is a holiday against assimilation. It was the Hellenists, not the Romans, the Assyrian Greeks, who wanted, very much like it is today, everybody to be alike and have no differences. And they came in and they desecrated the temple. And
Oi
is right. And when they came back and cleaned it up, the word Hanukkah just means rededication. They cleaned it up and they rededicated. You could go to a Panther game. You could enjoy. You don't need to go to shul.
Good.
Light some candles. And this gift-giving is a bunch of garbage.
Now, let me ask you, how many potato latkes do I have to eat? Because they're not allowed on the Atkins diet. It's all carbohydrate. It turns right to sugar, but I do love... In fact, if Corky's were still open here in North Miami Beach, I'd probably take off in about 20 minutes and go there right now.
Yeah, but you're up in Broward now. Isn't there a Porky's up in somewhere around there?
I think so. I'm not really sure where.
Yeah,
Somewhere.
so I think there was maybe
Somewhere there's a
Dakota.
Corky's that still has those great little potato latkes.
I'm on Atkins, too.
Oh, and
so-
Pembroke Pines, that's right.
Yeah, you can't have the jelly donuts either. I mean,
Oh,
people, latkes is not even a religious thing. It's not even a ritual. It just became a habit.
Mhm.
In Israel, they eat, I said that bad word, they eat jelly donuts instead.
They eat jelly donuts?
Yep. The idea is something cooked in oil. So, you're on Atkins, go have a good piece of veal.
Okay, sounds good to me. Baby cow sounds good.
Yeah. As far as the loving the children instead of the anti-abortion thing, I have an adopted daughter. I am thrilled that I have her. She's 30 years old. Most of the children of her genre, this is before there was massive drugs, have cost the parents oodles of money with learning disabilities, emotional problems, and other things.
Mm-hmm.
She was worth it. But I have to tell you, when I look around at a lot of them, they really caused the parents a lot of problems. And I don't think it's anyone's business what you do with your body.
Exactly.
So, tell these right-wingers to get lost, please.
To find a life.
Okay?
Okay, have a happy Chanukah.
Thank you.
And sei gesund.
Zygosund.
And see you. And don't eat too many jelly donuts. Maybe because they like to suck the jelly out of the donut. Maybe that's what it's all about. Huh? Or maybe they like to stuff, they like to suck the jelly out of the donut and then stuff it with a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Get the honey, Junior.
9 minutes after 11 at 560 WQM.
Oh, God.
Millions have converted for fun and profit. Now you too can turn your pagan ways around at Earl Stritz's. We'll convert any goy for just $99.95. That's right. Listen to one of our successful graduates.
Boaken, Shalom, Malachi, Shalom.
At Earl Stritz's, we'll convert anyone into a Jew.
Malaken, Hakadosh, Baruch.
Translated means, sorry, I must have left my wallet at home.
Melech, Melache, Hamalachim, Hakadosh.
Translated means, stewardess, did you make sure to give me a kosher meal?
Melech, Mahalache, Hamalachim, Hakadosh, Baruch.
Translated, yes, Rabbi, the check is in the mail.
Yes, you too can convert into a Jew for just $99.95 at Earl Streitz's. Act now and get a free yard-side candle for just $10. Earl Streitz's. We'll convert any goy for just $99.95 or more if we can.
Hamlachim. How the hell am I supposed to read backwards, for Christ's sake?
11:14 at 560. Don't do it for Christ's sakes. Do it for Yeshua. A Florida woman given away by her hairstyle was sentenced by a Jamaican judge to 12 months in prison for smuggling cocaine in her hair.
Yeah, man.
A newspaper reported on Tuesday. Sherwanda Brown pleaded guilty to charges of possession and dealing in nearly 2.2 pounds of cocaine. The court was told that Brown aroused police suspicion before she boarded an Air Jamaica flight to Orlando November 14 because she had unusually high hair, and she didn't look like Carmen Miranda. A search revealed a package of cocaine wrapped in a stocking stuffed in her hair. At the time, Brown told police she had put the package there as a treatment for her hair. Her lawyer, Earl Streitz, pleaded with Magistrate Joyce Bennett to fine Brown, saying his client was the mother His client was the mother of 2 young children who face severe economic difficulties. There we go again, a good case for abortion, forced sterilization. Your Honor, she did not in any way try to deceive this court. Someone tricked her, Wright said. She can't say that, Mr. Wright, the judge said. The police took it from off her head. 12 months.
Yeah, man.
12 months in jail for Sherwanda. And as if that isn't exciting enough from the fax machine, here come 885 pages of good stuff about Chanukah. Hanukkah, which means dedication, also is referred to as the Festival of Lights, is a Jewish festival. And by the way, this is under minor holidays, including Purim. How do you like that? According to these bastards here, these heathens, Purim is only a minor holiday.
Happy Purim!
They just don't get the good Hamantaschen, I guess. They must get those little stale, rotten ones, those hockey pucks. They'd realize how major a holiday Purim is if they had the good stuff. Those good soft ones we get from the, what's the name of that bakery? Pastry Lane, is that it? Which I think they shined us this last year. Anyway, the Festival of Lights is a Jewish festival beginning on the Hebrew date of the 25th of Kislev and lasts for 8 days through the 2nd of Tevet. This year, that corresponds to December 4th through December 11th. Hanukkah commemorates the victory of the Maccabees, led by Judah, over the Hellenistic Syrians in a revolt that took place around 165 BCE. The Jews use BCE before the Common Era and CE, the Common Era, instead of BC and AD because they don't believe in Yoshki. The victory in itself is considered a miracle, but Jewish legend gives an additional explanation for the Hanukkah rituals explained below. Once the Temple Mount in Jerusalem had been reclaimed, the temple had to be rededicated. According to legend, only 1 jar of sacramental olive oil was found, enough for 1 day. Miraculously, it doesn't say olive oil. Miraculously, the oil probably was like canola. The oil miraculously burned for 8 days, the 8 days of Hanukkah. How do you like that? Oh! The most important Hanukkah ritual is the candle lighting, of course. And you have to stand over there and daven over the candles like my Bubba used to do. And especially on Friday nights on Shabbos, you stand there with your hands and and you drool a lot.
And that casts the magic spell.
You drool a lot because you're hungry for those potato latkes and maybe for those jelly donuts. Each night, 1 more candle is added. The middle candle, called the shamash, is used to light each of the other candles, and it's lit every night. I never heard that before, shamash. Did you ever hear that? The middle finger is called. Therefore, on the first night of Chanukah, 2 candles are lit, the shamash and the candle for the first night, and on the last night, there are 9 candles lit. It is traditional to eat foods fried in oil. Oh, my God! During Hanukkah, some of these, of course, are potato latkes, which I would make an exception there, like those great little potato latkes from Corky's, and sufganiyot, which is jelly donuts. What is that, like paskudnyak, sufganiyot? That must be the same thing. And it goes on about the dreidels and about the letters nun, gimel, hey, pei, nes, godel, haya, whatever, all of that. I don't know what the hell that means. That's the letters on the sides of the dreidel. Dreidel, a Yiddish word derived from the German drehen, means to turn. The game is played by literally turning, spinning the dreidel top, and waiting to see which letter will show face up when the dreidel stops spinning and falls, or is it just going to be a dollar sign? Card playing on Hanukkah, that's right, a tradition that began in the Middle Ages among older yeshiva students, those old Chabad house escapees. At Hanukkah time, a respite from the study was permitted, and students expressed the joy of the holiday by involving themselves in an open game of chance. The tradition of playing cards continues until this day. Cheese delicacies also. On Hanukkah, when you drink enough of that good holiday wine, you also cut the cheese. And what could be better than Hanukkah? A good holiday goose, it says. Never pass up a good goose. In early centuries, it was common practice to use the fat of fowl to prepare holiday delicacies. Because goose is so fatty a bird, it became traditional to serve goose on Hanukkah and to render its fat, some of which was set aside for use on the Passover. On the Passover, that's like in April. Let's see, December, January, February, March. Don't get like a little bit gamey between like, Jesus, God. So there you go. We're getting a great education here, in spite of the audience, which is, they're all out there going to shul. Yeah, that's right. They're busy shopping till they drop for gifts. They don't know what it's all about. Potato latkes and donuts, it says, are two of the favorite Hanukkah foods among the world. But in Israel, donuts are equally as popular as pancakes. What the two have in common, again, is oil. Both being deep fried and very, very bad for you, are symbolic of the cruise of oil, which miraculously burned for 8 days. And it's got even a little recipe here for potato latkes. I do like those. Can't have them, but I sure do like those. Those great little, especially they're like little nice and crisp on the outside, like almost burnt. Not burnt, but almost burnt. Here's a mobile in Fort Myers. Hello.
Hi, Neil. How are you?
Pretty good, sir.
I've talked to you a couple times in the past. Never mentioned this to you in our previous conversations. I'm a rabbi over here. I have a little Hanukkah tidbit. Everything you just read was wonderful and pretty accurate. But I have something I think
there's a shul in Fort Myers.
There's a lot of reform, and we have a conservative shul. Yeah.
No Orthodox though.
Well, there's a Chabad house, but there's no. The only real Orthodox people here are the actual Chabad rabbi and his family.
The Getchkis, yeah.
Yeah. Here's the story.
I love that. It's one of my favorite words in the world, Getchki. But anyway, I'm sorry.
That's okay. We have two sources for the history of Hanukkah.
Yes?
One is the Book of Maccabees, and that was written pretty close to the time that the events took place. The second source is the Talmud, which is at least 600, 650 years later. The Book of Maccabees doesn't say a word about oil burning for 8 days. It's only about the military victory. The Talmud almost ignores the military victory and only talks about this oil burning for 8 days. What happened in between the Talmud, or I should say in between the Book of Maccabees and the Talmud, was that the Maccabees themselves, the Hasmonean dynasty that defeated the Syrian Greeks, became pretty Hellenized themselves. And so when the Book of Maccabees is written, these guys are heroes. By the time the Talmud comes along, they're no longer in favor. They became corrupted themselves. So the Talmud ignores them, and this legend of the oil is created.
It's a cover story.
The reason for Hanukkah being 8 days long is because they modeled it after the holiday of Sukkot. And the 8th day of Sukkot really is called Shemini Atzeret. But
I like Sukkot much better than Hanukkah.
Sukkot is they modeled it after that, and the oil comes up 650 years later as a legend to kind of supplant the military victory of the Maccabees.
The Maccabees, yeah.
That's
I do like the way I like the sound of that though. The Maccabees. It just I've always liked that.
Yeah. Anyway.
Another bubble micey. Okay, thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you.
And have a
great
season, whatever it's going to be.
It's going to be a Zizn Hanukkah, baby.
Okay. And a season Pesach, too. It's never too early to start.
Yeah, but keep that goose fat in the refrigerator.
Exactly. Don't pass
and
up.
Listen, I'll tell you what.
Don't pass up a good goose, yes?
A little tip about the latkes.
Leave it to a Jew for a little tip. Yes, sir?
If you smother them in sour cream, it's not so bad.
Oh, I agree. I love that. Okay, thanks a lot. I'm going right now. Thanks. God bless you. Zagazun. We're going for potato latkes right now, slathered in sour cream.
They brought us stuff before, you know.
Who did?
Corky's.
Tomorrow, maybe you think, for Hanukkah? Tomorrow, Corky's doesn't know it yet, but they're bringing us a whole bunch of those great little potato pancakes slathered with real good sour cream that has no carbohydrates in it, by the way, even though the potato pancakes do, and we don't care because we're not doing the Atkins on the Jewish holidays. How can you do the Atkins and be eating jelly donuts anyway? So, I mean, you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. How about we do, I'll tell you what, we'll have potato pancakes and Krispy Kreme. Or maybe the Dunkin' Donuts people, tomorrow being Friday.
I don't know what the first team did to piss them off, but they don't show up anymore.
The first team pissed them off?
They must have.
They probably found out that Jeff DeForest ain't really Jewish.
I mean, they love us.
After they heard Jeff DeForest say that Capriccio Ristorante Oh, my God. I mean, I know that the florist is a total sellout, but that to me is just so unconscionable, so goyish, capriccio restaurante. Makes you long for the days when Lenny Martez used to do more spots. Don't do it. Not Erev Hanukkah. Don't do it. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Let's hear from some Jews around the world today who smoke cigarettes. Hey, I wonder if you can smoke cigarettes on Hanukkah, huh? How about chocolate cigarettes? What holiday are they, now that's true. As a kid, I can remember we used to have chocolate cigarettes, and they associated with one of the holidays. I don't remember which one. Maybe it was Pesach. But you would definitely eat chocolate cigarettes. 877-785-6345 is our worldwide line. 877-SUCK-NEIL, SUKNEIL, please. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Oi.
Exactly.
Oi.
Back at you.
I'm a goy, Neil, but I would like to say that I am also a smoker that doesn't intend to quit anytime soon.
Good for you. I'm on your side. I don't smoke no cigarettes, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm getting sick and tired of the militant anti-smokers and the phony baloney government that just subsidizes the tobacco growers and then tries to punish and sue everybody. I'm getting real sick and tired of them. They like the tax money, but they don't, however that goes.
Yeah, no, Neil, the thing that's really despicable is the smokers is pretty bad, but the worst thing is if you've been smoking for 50 years and then you decide all of a sudden you want to sue, okay? Like you're not responsible for your own activity, okay? Right. I mean, but there's nothing wrong with it. You enjoy a cigar, I enjoy a cigarette, and that's it.
What's wrong with a good faggot every now and then?
That's right. I'm smoking on it and a cigarette, too.
Right.
All right, and also don't forget to love those children, Neil. Oh, God. You know what I got to say about that? Listen to this, Neil. It's better no life than a miserable, horrible, abused life, okay?
There you go.
Okay, Neil.
God bless you, sir.
Thanks.
I'll pray for you. I'll put my hands together for you right now. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line, 877-SUCK-NEIL on the worldwide line. 11:27. By the way, you got Kate Smith on VH1 there. She looked really big, fat, and robust, and look what happened to her. That happened because she was smoking?
No.
No, it happened because she fat and had a stroke, I believe, and then turned into a little puddle in the middle of the wheelchair. Here's Kate. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Wheel her out one more time. Come on. She couldn't look any worse now than she did that last time they wheeled her out there on TV. Oh, that was just grotesque. Here's what used to be Kate Smith, everybody, to wave goodbye one last time. She weighs about 4 pounds.
I'm hyperventilating.
Now, I'm not like the kind of guy who goes infringing on other people's rights. It's not my business. What you do is up to you. Why some folks care is beyond me. I thought this country was free as far as what anybody else likes to do. I like to smoke, helps me relax, and I'm aware of the cancer and the heart attacks. In the meantime, I'm as healthy as I can get. But these new laws are getting me pissed, and I'd like to strangle the son of a bitch that tells me not to smoke my cigarette. Smoke, smoke, smoke that cigarette. Smoke, smoke, I don't care if I smoke myself to death. I don't give a crap what you say, now get the hell out of my way, 'cause I'm gonna have another cigarette. Now, you can't smoke in most restaurants, sports arenas, or even bars. It's the most fascist agenda I've seen yet. I don't need any judgment passed on me by some sanctimonious ass just because I'm smoking a cigarette. Smoke, smoke, smoke that cigarette. All right. Smoke, smoke, I don't care if I smoke myself to death. Yes. I just want to have a little fun, so get your hands out of my lungs, 'cause I'm gonna have another cigarette. The ones who scream the most, it seems, about how dangerous cigarettes can be are smoking weed. Gee, I guess it's okay for them. So if you want any more anti-smoking laws passed, let me bend right over and you can kiss my ass, 'cause I'm gonna have another cigarette. Smoke, smoke, smoke that cigarette. Yes. Smoke, smoke, I don't care if I smoke myself to death. Now get the hell out of my way or else I'll blow smoke in your face, 'cause I'm gonna have another cigarette.
Okay, we heard from one person today who's a smoker and doesn't want to quit and is sick and tired of being browbeaten about it, and he's the only one, I guess, because all the rest have been brainwashed. And you're filthy and evil, and your hands are all discolored, and your teeth are discolored and smell really bad, and etc. which is a good point, but nevertheless, we don't hold it against you. In fact, I'd rather be around somebody that smokes than somebody who's fat and disgusting and oozing all over like Josh Friedman and smells real bad. But anyway, here's a fact. Speaking of that, it says, hi, Neil, I was listening to your show a few days ago, and you were talking as if all black people are criminals and live in the worst neighborhood. I don't know where you get your ideas from. I'm a decent black Jamaican woman. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Yeah, oxymoron time. No, seriously, a decent black Jamaican woman? Isn't that an oxymoron? You mean an imperious, obnoxious, condescending piece of crap? Is that what you really mean? Thank you. Who lives in one of the best neighborhoods, which is Jacaranda Lakes and Plantation, which is 99.9% white. See, there's always one sugar in the woodpile, I told you. She says, you fat bald-head bastard. Not bald-headed, you fat bald-head bastard, is what she says.
Yeah, man.
I didn't say that. What does it say? You say that all black people are criminals. I didn't say that. I just said most. I didn't say all. What the hell's wrong with you, bitch? Oh, she's Jamaican. I'm sorry. It speaks for itself. A Brazilian priest caught with 11 kilos of cocaine hidden beneath his cassock told police he was trafficking the drugs to save a struggling daycare center in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Yeah, police caught Father George Saliba trying to board a flight from Sao Paulo to Amsterdam.
Boy!
In what the priest said was his 5th international drug run. Drugs for Christ, baby! We're going to save the boys in the hood. Saliba said each delivery paid $30,000. Money that they said went to church-sponsored children's daycare center in Sao Paulo's poor urban neighborhood of Freguesia. Yeah. That's the last part of the word. It's the newswire Agencia Estado said. Brazil, while not a major producing nation of drugs, is sometimes used as a way station by smugglers trying to get drugs to rich markets. In a federal probe underway here, a long list of prominent officials were implicated last week in drug trafficking, including a well-known university professor and a former president of a local soccer team. All right. If you don't like her, soccer. There you go. And if you do like her, poker. 11:35 at 560 WQM. If I sound a little bit incoherent, it's because I've had, 16 packages of pork rinds with that delicious, and this is from our good friend Alan over there at Delights, Walden Farms calorie-free blue cheese dip. The pork rinds have 0 carbs, none. And the blue cheese dip has 0 carbs. So you can just sit there and shovel this down your throat, and it tides you over until lunchtime at Mommy's time. And I'm sure that Mommy will have some great potato latkes, won't she?
No.
No, she knows I can't eat that stuff. Although I will be very upset and disappointed if she doesn't. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Our toll-free number for the rest of the universe, 877-785-NEIL, 785-6345. Here's Coral Springs. Hello. Coral Springs is gone. Here's a Homestead. Hello.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Okay.
Still morning. Couple of things. You're talking about Corky's. We used to drive from South Miami to Corky's, North Miami Beach, just to eat the potato pancakes.
Of course, absolutely. That was the highlight.
Applesauce they had. They had applesauce and sour cream and all that.
What you wanted was the dill pickles and the little pancakes with the sour cream. That's really all you wanted. The rest was window dressing.
Yeah, exactly. But so we go up there several years ago. I don't remember what it was, and the place is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of years back, I found
neighborhood.
Exactly. I found in the frozen food section of my local Publix Corky's potato cakes.
Yeah, but not the same though.
It's some company out of Chicago bought the trademark, and they are crap.
Right.
I mean, they are crap. Golden makes a good frozen one.
But not like Corky's though.
Oh no, hell no. There's nothing like Corky's. Okay, second thing, I'm a smoker who doesn't choose to quit. And I find it offensive the way people treat you in public. You can be standing
like some kind of a leper now.
Exactly, like an axe murderer.
Yeah.
You stand in outside the mall or whatever, and you pull a cigarette out of your pocket, and everybody looks at you like you're poison or something.
Only in America, by the way, sir. Only
yes, sir.
here. This is the only country in the world where the public has been conditioned to treat you smoking bastards like a bunch of criminals.
Because everyone else in the world smokes cigarettes.
That's right.
You go to Europe or Egypt or wherever.
Over there in Amsterdam, they were all smoking something. Either you know what I'm saying? Something.
Well, that's.
And by the way, they roll their own over there. I'm not talking just about weed, but I'm talking about cigarettes.
Yes, sir.
Some of them, they buy the pack, but it's a lot cheaper. And most of the people over there roll their own cigarettes.
Yeah, same in the Middle East. Same in the Middle East.
There you go.
Okay, the reason I called, this FDA crap that's going on, I just found out about this like yesterday. I don't know when this crap started, trying to control nicotine.
They haven't got a Chinaman's chance. The article today, the good news for you is the Supreme Court says, no,
right.
Get serious.
Well, I'm surprised that you missed a really salient point in this whole damn thing.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call this debacle going on with the FDA. If they want to control something, control pot and tax it.
Yeah.
I mean, the hell with cigarettes.
Yeah, man.
They're already taxing the crap out of cigarettes.
No, they're not going to do it. It's America, man. Maybe another 50, maybe another 100 years.
But I mean, that's a realistic goal.
Yeah.
Controlling cigarettes is an unrealistic goal. I mean, politicians and all these people in control of our lives are doing absolutely nothing worthwhile.
But see, the media, they're co-conspirators, and so they work with the federal government to brainwash the public about the evils of the wicked weed, the evils of smoking cigarettes, et cetera, and so on. For some reason, they don't talk too much about the evils of sugar and the evils of all the.
You're right. You're absolutely correct, sir. And on that note, I will go.
Light up and have a great holiday.
Thanks, man.
There you go. He's going to light one up right now.
Oh!
He's happy about it. He don't apologize. How do you like that? He's going to start puffing on a faggot right now.
Oh!
5670560. But I think America's general aversion to faggots. I think that's part of the problem. 5670560. We got 400 open lines for you here, by the way. We're having a real intellectual discussion about Hanukkah and about Christmas and about smoking and about all of these things and about abortion and about how come there's not so much crime anymore as there used to be since we have abortions and we don't have so many unwanted kids killing people, etc. 50 million things out there on a plate, including those great little potato latkes.
This is 560 QAM. Neil God.
All right, this one goes out to Jeffrey Dahmer. Sorry you couldn't be here. Very proud of you. Jack nuts roasting on an open fire. Now I'm nibbling on his nose. Thank you very much. My anticipation makes me start to perspire. Now his liver pates on my toast. Everybody knows his pinky and his little toe are just fine when eating light. Sauté flesh and 2 eyes in a bowl will be part of my snack tonight. Some people say that I am sick because I've eaten human eyeballs on a stick. And at one sitting I am gonna try to down a torso, a leg, and a thigh. And so I'm taking out my power saw to dice some heads for human stew.
It puts the lotion in the basket.
But there's one thing I know I'll never make reservations for 2. Give it up for Gacy on saxophone.
It's 11:45 at 560 WQAM. I was just telling George, one night at about 2:30 in the morning, I come in Amsterdam in my hotel room. I turn on the TV. I'm flipping the channels. And there is like the last 25 minutes or so of The Hitcher. Oh! One of my all-time favorite movies with, speaking of finger foods, with Rutger Hauer and C. Thomas Howell, naked. And they're just at the point of the scene where we talked about on FX. Wasn't it FX where they clipped out that scene there where he spits in Rutger Hauer's face? And, of course, they're just at that point, and they bring Tom Howell in there, and he looks at him, and he grabs his hand between, and the way he put his hand between his 2 hands, by the way, was also a little bit suggestive, and Tom Howell spits in his face, and, of course, did they bleep it out?
No.
Of course not. And, because I haven't seen the original one in so long, the unbleeped out one, and then you see Rutger Hauer taking his hand as they drag Tom Howell. Oh, that was a bad idea. Let's get him out of here. And he, is rubbing the spittle around in his chin, like with a big smile on his face. I mean, if there isn't something pseudo-psychosexual about all of that, then my name ain't whatever it is I made up. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Very interesting movie. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line, 877 on the toll-free line, 877-785-7368. 6345. Here's a mobile in West Palm Beach. Hello.
877.
With a phone up.
85.
You think you're going to get to it? Or? Yeah, okay. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T line, like I just said. Here's a mobile in Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Yeah, okay.
Hello.
567-0560.
Two in a row. Two in a row. How do you like this?
Here's a mobile in Fort Lauderdale. Hello. Hello. 2 in a row. 2 in a row. How do you like this?
Neil,
Yeah.
are you there?
I'm here.
Hey,
I'd have been here 20 seconds ago if you had your radio turned down.
well, we're not perfect, you know.
I know.
We're just trying to drive the car and talk on the telephone at the same time.
I know, and for most of you, probably not a good idea. But anyway,
Well, good morning.
happy Hanukkah.
Well, I'm so happy the Irish people are getting along today. We're going to be able to have no more wars.
To blow
no
each
more
other up
killing.
in peace, right.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Right.
It's like the Middle East Peace Accord. We've got our 85th one just in the last 10 years. It's great.
It's wonderful.
He said it's a great day for the Irish. That's what George Mitchell said. He said it's a great day for the Irish, and Al Goldstein said,
I hate the Irish.
So there you go.
Yeah, but Al Goldstein, he's the best. He's got all the beautiful women, right?
That's what he says.
Okay. Well, the reason I was calling was just to say good morning, and also that every time when you leave town and you put George on the
Yeah.
to run the show,
Uh-huh.
it's over. Life is over.
Life is over. I got news for you, sir. If that's the case, how come George had 85 million calls here last week? And even my close friend Eddie Moss called up here on Monday and said, oh, you know, when George was on, the phones were ringing off the hook and everybody was all whipped up into a frenzy and they're all calling and blah, 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 this and that. How come that's the case? And when I come back, I sit here for the 4th day in a row today begging and pleading for somebody to talk to. Why is that?
Because we're glad to have you back.
Oh, you're glad to have me back so I can sit here and suffer and nobody will talk to me. Thank you, sir. You make a hell of a lot of sense. As in,
I hate the Irish.
Right. God. Yeah, it was all over, George. It was all over.
It's always over.
And those tapes were so great that and asking all week if anybody heard the tape on Thanksgiving Day and the Friday that followed, last Thursday and Friday. I finally got 2 people that called. They couldn't tell me what I was talking about the last Thursday and Friday on those old, boring best of tapes. Everybody's got a story. Everybody's got another story. But for me, I'm used to it. It's 23 years of the same old tired crap. Nobody's got anything to say, and especially the masses out there who are a bunch of pussies, because they don't have the guts to call up and disagree or say something that might be a little bit contrary. Mary? We got 50 open lines right now, okay? I'm looking at the board. We got a few calls on there, but we could be doing a hell of a lot better, I'll tell you that. We could have 600 calls on there right now, and I'd feel a lot better about it. Not that I necessarily want to talk to any of them, but it's, you know, it's like a, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
No.
Here's Miami. Hello.
Yes, as my brain fries on a cell phone.
Yes?
Are we talking Corky's Potato Pancakes?
You
know who bought that company? Vienna Beef Hot Dogs bought it.
Oh, I do like Vienna Beef hot dogs, by the way.
Yeah, and the
They
ingredients
make those good
are...
little weenies.
Yeah, they are. And the ingredients on the pancakes are exactly the same as when Corky's made them.
Are you talking about the frozen ones?
Yeah.
No, they're not. That's not the same.
It is.
But you know the way that is. Frozen is never the same as the original.
Well, Corky's used to freeze them too.
Yeah.
But they actually improved on them. Now they're OU kosher, and it's I think they're better.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, we don't want frozen. We want the real thing brought in here tomorrow. We want to see if we still have the touch. You know what I'm saying?
He uses them from Vienna Beef. He buys them from.
Well, I don't care where he gets them. I want them to schlep us in some stuff tomorrow.
All right, I'll give him a call.
Okay, thanks. And we want some kishki too, by the way.
Oh!
Which has nothing to do with Hanukkah, I don't think, but nevertheless. Oh yeah. Good. I wish that Villa Deli were still open on Alton Road on the beach. Boy, that was as good as it gets. The Villa Deli there. What a sad day. What's the place down the street? The market. The not kosher market. It's not kosher, but the
not Astoria.
No. The big market down the street from the Villa Deli on Alton Road. The Epicure. Sponsor of mine about 800 different times over the years. I'm sure they must still be open. See, nothing is the same anymore on the beach, you know? It's like the old famous, boy, that was the best restaurant that ever existed in this town. I think a lot of people, Jews especially, but also some Goyim, would agree with me. That was one of the very best restaurants that ever opened its doors in this town, was the famous restaurant on Washington Avenue. And then we started having changing neighborhoods again, you know, and instead of the kishki and the matzo balls, we started with a paella and rice and that dreck, you know? George's people started moving in. And as soon as Georgia's people move in, the Jews, they go,
Oi!
And they run like crazy to Boca.
If you weren't so racist.
Oh, we're the ones that are racist?
Among others.
And guess what? We're winning the race. We wound up in Boca. Look what you got.
We're getting up there.
You got a little Havana. You know what else you got? You got Pembroke Pines, Pembroke Lakes.
The century's young.
And you know what? You can have it. Even you moved out of there. Yeah, George moved out of Pembroke Lakes. All the Cubans were moving in.
Too crowded.
Here's Hollywood. Hello.
Hey, what's up, Neil?
How you doing, sir?
Hey, the best thing Seymour Paley ever did for Corky's was send that company up to Wisconsin because, let me tell you something, it's a lot easier to work with potatoes where it's a climate that's frozen than down here in 90-degree weather, you know, where the potato gets a lot of movement on it.
And, of course, you know who's famous for potatoes, don't you, sir?
Who?
The Irish.
I hate the Irish.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he'll send you some over. He's a good guy, Mr. Paley.
He is a good guy.
Yeah, but what I want to talk
Bill
about...
Paley, he was a good guy, too.
I want to tell you about this. Why is this politician down here in Miami, Joe
Cajahoyo?
No, the Cuban woman that's a representative for the House.
Ileana Gross-Leighton and Rosanna Dana?
This lady, I'm so sick of this lady. I've been living down here 15 years, and all this lady tries to do is bust up.
Bitch.
Yeah, that's exactly right. She's
Yeah.
trying to bust up relationships with Cuba.
Yeah.
Those people need to lift the embargo, you know, so Cuban people can have a Home Depot over there so they can fix their houses over there.
That's right. And so get the goddamn casinos back, too.
Everything, man. I mean, this is the only glitch in the whole thing.
And not only that, but I guarantee you there's plenty of heroin addicts over there. We got to get the flights back every day from American Airlines so we can get some good drugs over there, too.
That's right. We need another way to get it in here.
And if we could get those hand grenades over there on the American Airlines flights, then maybe we could overthrow that bearded bastard and make everybody happy.
What about those cigars, man? We can't even get those cigars down here. We got to go through Canada or some foreign country.
Or we got to go to Nick's, right?
They're selling souvenirs in Miami Beach made in Cuba, brought in through Canada.
Yeah.
And we have an embargo with Cuba, so we're losing the battle, man.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. You can buy those Cuban cigars in Amsterdam.
You can?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can buy them other cigars, too, I bet.
All the good smokes
Yeah, man.
are in
Yeah.
Amsterdam. Trust me when I tell you.
Hey, happy Hanukkah.
And back to you.
Okay.
Merry Xmas. Yeah, the poor goyim, they're left out. You know, Christmas, kind of a sad little holiday now compared to Hanukkah's. Big time. 8 days. Big time. Dreidel, 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 la na 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 na, yeah, 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 na na. So sad. It's so silly. It's so silly. And of course the goyim, they're just as silly with the kids with the Easter eggs on, you know, on the lawn. Although I do like the chocolate Easter bunnies. Huh? Easter candy's good.
Especially not the hollow bunnies, the solid ones.
Oh yeah, solid. Hollow are like, awful, because they're like real thin, chintzy.
Disappointing.
Chintzy. Now, we had about 3 pounds of chocolate on a plane coming back from Amsterdam.
What about those cream-filled eggs?
I love cream-filled. Speaking of our friends at our former friends at Dunkin' Donuts, they could bring in jelly donuts tomorrow for a Hanukkah, and they don't have to talk to the morning guys. They can just shine those guys. Huh? What's wrong with that? See, let's see if the Dunkin' Donuts guys have got any balls, okay? They can bring in breakfast tomorrow morning, bring in the jelly donuts for Hanukkah, and then we can have Corky's bring in the potato pancakes slathered with sour cream. And then wind up with a tremendous indigestion all weekend long just before the Backstreet Boys concert Sunday night at the Macarena. And the Panther game Saturday night. By the way, did Jacob call in yet?
No.
Don't want to go to the game with me, huh? Pretty sad commentary that I got that one empty seat because John refuses to go to that game on Saturday night. He just said he said he'd rather play in traffic than go see the Panther Capital game, and I can't blame him, to be honest with you. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. 877-785, whatever that is, Neil. 785-6345. 4 minutes till noon. We got Hank Goldberg at 2. We got the Hurricane Hotline at 6 from the Hecht Center, from the Ben Hecht Center. And 8 to 11, we got the Steelers and the Jaguars. And, boy, does anybody doubt the outcome of that game?
This is 560 QAM, Depot's Sony Sports Showdown. Are you up to the challenge?
No.
Saturday mornings at 8, only on Sports Radio 560 QAM.
WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale. My anus.
Rectum.
My anus. 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 My anus.
kids. Y'all like cutting little stinkers? That funny little sound that comes right out your sphincter? Want to copy me and do exactly like I do? Get paid for writing little songs about poo-poo? My brain's all gone. I'm trying to get my groove on, but I can't figure out which Spice Girl I'm going to fart on. And Dr. Dre asked, yo, man, you pass gas? Hell no. Why do I smell ass? Man, you low class. Well, since age 12, it seemed like I always smelled. I thought ripping gases and tooting was pretty swell. I got pissed off when I took my jeans off and farted so hard it turned my underwear backwards like crisscross. And every night I'm like, oh, dinner last. Then fart out my ass faster than a fat bitch who ate too fast. Smell this, honey. Yo, dude, wait a minute. That's my girl, cuz. I don't give a fuck. God sent me to stink the world up. My anus. My anus. My anus. My anus. My anus. My anus. My English teacher wanted me kicked out back in junior high. Said the problem was something crawled up my ass and died. I shot him in the face with my vapor. The worst happened later, when I covered his desk with used toilet paper. Walked in the strip club, my intestines were filled up. Moved the bartender and took a dump in a tip cup. Went over to a dancer, had her fucking her garter. She lifted her leg up, and I knew she was a farter. 99% of my life I was lied to. I just found out my mom's got more gas than I do. I told her I'd grow up to be a famous rapper, make a record about strange noises made on the crapper. You know you was dirt when the women rushed to leave. You tried to hold it back, but your butt needed relief. This guy at White Castle said it was pretty cool, but I had to go drop the kids off at the pool. My anus, my anus,
rectum,
my anus,
Yes.
my anus, my anus, my anus.
All right.
My anus, my anus, my anus.
1202-550 WQAM. Welcome to our big noon to 1 hour. This is a double chocolate cheesecake, by the way, from Delights of West Boca. It's pretty damn good, too. You know, I'm just sitting here eating the whole thing right out of the, almost no carbs. Very little, no sugar. It's got aspartame in it, which, by the way, let me say it again. The RC Diet Cola with the Splenda in it is splendid. It is. You have to get used to the taste. It doesn't taste the same as saccharin or aspartame after the first 20 or 30 2-liter containers. Huh? Oh, seriously. You have to get used to the taste. I'm just swigging that stuff down. This is good. This is delicious. Well, I sure hope I have room for lunch today at Ma's. What? And then, of course, for the potato latkes we're going to have tomorrow. And the jelly donuts. And I see the jelly donuts I cannot eat. I will not eat. Well. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. The out-of-town line, not too good today. Had a couple of days this week when it was, like yesterday, I do believe, it was pretty good. We had calls from here and from there and over yon. But not today, not too much activity. They're all out there buying their Hanukkah candles, getting their Hanukkah gelt ready, whatever the hell that is. 877-785-6345. See, Hanukkah gelt, I guess, is for people not creative enough to buy a different gift every day, so they put a 2 cents plain in an envelope. See, I'm always leery about people that give money for gifts. Like George's birthday is this coming Monday. And the last couple of years, how many years in a row now? Last 2 years on George's birthday, I give him a check as my way of rewarding him for the great work that he does and being underpaid and underappreciated here especially. But I mean, giving money for somebody's birthday or for a holiday is so crass, and I'm sure that he probably would turn it down. But nevertheless, hysterical laughter. Well, I guess he's got to wait another few months for his bonus until that quiet period gets over with and they, start raising all that cash.
Yeah, I don't need that check. A nice fruit basket will do.
Okay. Gee, and I had it halfway made out too, right up to the dollar amount. 567-0560 rhymes with Chixie. Come on, let's get with it here today. We're solving the problem of why you're going to shul, why you're going to church. I don't know about that. I guess they go to Mass on Christmas. Isn't that like a big church-going time, Christmas Eve? Or is that just the time we get ready to put all that crap under the Christmas tree?
It depends on the culture.
What do you mean by that?
The Spick celebrates Christmas.
Speaking of culture, by the way, forget about that. I don't want to talk about that. It's boring. Speaking of that, so I go to the doctor yesterday, Dr. Dick, which I'm sorry for calling Dr. Polikoff Dr. Bob, but I thought his name was Robert. Robert, Richard, nice Jewish name. And David, they're all the same. What difference does it make? But his name happens to be Richard, so from now on we'll call him Dr. Dick. And my good friend Gary, who I don't even really know what Gary is. Well, I think I do know what he is, but I mean, I don't know what his, is he really like a doctor?
No.
He's like Igor. He's like the mad assistant. So he draws my blood, and he's, doing his usual Yenta routine. And you can see, not a bad job, no pain in my right arm there. He found a nice vein, and he drained it.
Bruise like that.
Drained the vein. And as I'm getting all done and ready to go, so in walks this guy, nice-looking human guy, who's the head of the lab, who came in to personally apologize for the fact they screwed up my homocysteine test from last time. And this guy's got a whole kit under his arm. And said, oh, geez, am I like a couple minutes too late? Because I got this whole big battery of tests that we do. It's like a $700 deal. And they test, all the cells in your body, how much vitamins of every vitamin and nutrient is in there. And it's a very comprehensive rundown. So you'll notice I also have a very tiny mark on my, look at a good job he did on that one, huh? Just like a little prick on my left arm. So I've got $1 zillion worth of tests there. And by the way, how much did I pay yesterday?
Oh!
That was to show you see, when they screwed up the first time, and they were good, they were very nice about it. So if you get screwed over, the best philosophy is bitch about it, but it really especially helps if you have a radio show. Here's a mobile in West Palm Beach. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I want to wish you a happy holidays.
And back to you, sir.
Thank you.
I'm not really sure why, but back to you.
It's good to hear you again. The last time I spoke to you was several weeks ago. I'm the guy that referred to Miami politics as a banana republic.
Yeah.
I've been in California since then. I'm just getting back now. All I wanted to do
All I really wanted
was
to
ask you what's new in Miami, because the only news that we get out there in California about Miami was that story about Miami Beach restaurante, Japanese, and the surcharge to the black couple.
Ty Tony, yeah.
They thought
Black,
that was hilarious.
there was no couple. It was just one guy.
Okay, well, they thought that was hilarious out there. And the other sprout chewing anti-smokers in California feel that the United States government is so, I don't know, they're so nice this time of year, holiday season, to bend the rules for this little kid that was on the raft that they rescued, to let him stay. But the funny thing
We're not discussing that, sir. Not on this show. We don't discuss anything having to do with Cuba on this show.
Well, let's put it this way.
This is the anti-Cuba show. We just don't discuss it.
Well, let's put it this way.
We're hoping that if we close our eyes and debate at the moon, that Cuba will just go away. And all the people who are obsessed with that dreck.
Well, listen, this is what bothers me about the whole situation.
You're not talking about that, are you, sir? Because I just got you saying we're not talking about it.
No. This is what I'm trying to do. I was trying to call just to talk to you about that.
Yeah, but we're not talking about that.
I know, that's not what I'm pissed off about.
What are you pissed off about?
Because I'm driving in from out of state, and all I wanted to do was call in, because I didn't have...
Okay, well, you keep saying that, and obviously I'm not too happy that you did. Here's, I almost forgot about this, George's big Primeco appearance this Saturday, his birthday party and his big appearance at Primeco at 1996 North Federal Highway between Oakland and Commercial, is that correct? On the east side and wherever that is, Fort Lauderdale? Noon to 2 this Saturday. Go by and see George. They'll have all kinds of giveaways for you. Also, you can buy the Best of Neil CDs and cassettes for Center One, and also the keychains they'll have there. What do I do with my keychain? Every time I stick one of these in my pocket, somebody grabs it. Yeah, it's hard to keep a hold of these. And by the way, can we have like a couple of dozen more? Do you think maybe the nephew has got a stash of them in there?
We're supposed to be getting some more today.
Yeah, I would hope. That's another thing this year with the Center One thing. Every little, like the first CD that I said, I'm so glad that I said to Duff that day at Specs at the Sawgrass Mall, that first appearance, I said, hey, how about going over there and grabbing me one of the CDs so I can listen to it and see how they sound? And I took it home and I put it in popped it in the player and I went,
Oi!
Because if I wouldn't have done that day, we'd have had a nightmare that nobody would have ever recovered from. That's right. So don't forget, go see George this Saturday, noon to 2 at the Primeco, 1996 North Federal Highway, and tell him how much you like his show when I'm on vacation and how I should get a lot more vacations because you like his show so much. That sounds real good to me. Even unpaid vacation sounds real good. I don't know if they do that here. I know at IOD we used to have an option of taking like an extra couple of weeks a year if we didn't want, I never did that. But wouldn't that be interesting? I took a couple of extra weeks and just didn't get paid for it. They'd probably go for that in a big way here, huh? As long as we get the spots on. What?
Nothing. You think they'd go for that?
I think 15 or 16 weeks vacation is enough. 9 minutes past noon at 560 WQA.
Hi, this is Bill Zimford. Go to WQAM.com for all the latest Dolphins information and your chance to win great prizes. Playing Beat the Broadcaster, Sports Radio 560 WQAM.
And beat that gator meat.
I think that we're so close in so many areas, and I think I've improved a lot. I'm keeping building on it, and it's just a matter of cutting down the errors that are killing us.
On the west side of the river, there's a team that's going down.
Down in the Meadowlands where the best game plans are destroyed by David Brown. When David, he a fumbler, can't keep the ball off the floor.
Oi!
And if he gets off a pass, you can bet your ass that the other team's gonna score. 'Cause he's bad, sad, David Brown. 4 interceptions for each touchdown. It's sloppier than having to run, and worse than a sight of the sun. Now if you go down to the swamplands and you think you smelled it all, your nose might be supposing that it's half a decomposing, but it's Dave Brown with the ball. If Dave married Lorena Bobbitt, and she chops off of both his hands, we might have a solution to the nasty air pollution down in the Meadowlands. 'Cause he's bad, sad, David Brown. He throws 4 interceptions for each touchdown.
Right.
It's sloppier than having to run, and worse than a sight of the sun. 'Cause he's bad, sad, David Brown. If that ball could make the Mona Lisa frown, they should chop off all his limbs and give the ball back to old Phil Sims. I that goddamn right. I told you.
12:15. Oh my God! Now see, this is unbelievable, unacceptable. Because now I've got to go to Mommy's for lunch today. She's going to be psychotic. I already had enough of that diet double chocolate killer low carb cake, and I had 16,000 barbecue pork rinds, and a half a gallon of that blue cheese no carb dressing.
You don't have to have any of these.
I mean, that was quick service. Corky's just sends over, "Thank you, Corky's. We love you." Wouldn't surprise me if they're a bunch of people. Well, what I'm going to do is I'll take some of them to Mommy's. How's that? I won't eat them now. I'll take them over there. I'm bringing potato latkes, Ma.
We'll just put a couple on a plate. And
Is that applesauce that I see?
And sour cream.
And sour cream. All right.
All right.
All right, boys
All right.
and girls, sports fans. We got potato latkes with applesauce and sour cream.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Now we're talking. We don't monkey around on this show, baby. And you people talking about frozen. Only Goyim eat frozen. Let me take a look at that. Wow, a whole big platter of potato latkes, no less. Enough for the Jewish army. Woo! Oh, man. And they're cooked just the way I like them. Just a little, crispy. Not burned, but like a stage before being burned. You know what I'm talking about? Just a little overcooked. Just perfect. Just one will do right now, just for now, to tide me over till... No, just one. Don't be a goddamn potato pusher, okay? You know what they say about potato pushers?
I hate the Irish.
WQAM lunchtime. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Neil?
Yes.
What's up, man?
Hold on. WQAM, bat line.
Talk to Neil?
Speaking.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. Where are you calling from?
Naples.
Oh, Naples. Now we're talking.
All right.
What's
Hey,
your-
what do you think? What do you think of Larson leaving the radio?
Who?
You ever hear Mark Larson's leaving the radio at the end of the year?
Who's that?
Oh, you know Mark Larson up in Tampa?
Never heard of him.
You never heard of him?
No.
He does Before Bob's.
Who? Not interested. See, just like I told the guy yesterday. Yeah. We don't care. Don't you understand? You're boring, okay? We don't care about Bob Lassiter, about Mark Larson, Mark in the Dark, Don Larson, okay? We don't care. God, some of you people on the West Coast, it must rub off. That's like the chicken and the egg question of the day. Were those people so boring before they got there, or did it rub off? Or maybe that's why the area is so boring over there on the West Coast, because the wrong people live there, just like here. God, that's all they want to talk about is the people in Orlando. They call, on real radio, we got the, and then, what's his name? Jim Phillips up there, and we got Mark Larson. I never heard of Mark Larson. I have no idea who that is. Yeah, and by the way, these are some of the best goddamn potato pancakes ever invented. Eat your hearts out, all you old Jews out there, huh? Man, tear your kishkis out, because we're sitting here eating the great potato pancakes. You don't have to be Jewish to enjoy Corky's potato latkes. I'll tell you that right now, although it helps. Here's Hialeah. Hello.
Hey, Neil, happy holidays.
And back to you. Stan Bergstein and Spencer Ross once said, you don't have to be Jewish to enjoy the Levy. Yes, sir, I'm sorry.
I love potato pancakes.
Well, I'll eat one for you right now.
I like them plain, too, plain.
That's what I'm doing.
Neil, happy holidays to you, buddy. I just want to say, what's the name of that comprehensive blood test that your doctor gave you that gives you all the details regarding your blood and all that stuff? Do you know the name of the procedure?
No.
Okay, because I want to ask my doctor about it. Secondly,
cost $700.
Well, if you're covered, if you got medical insurance.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that, which I don't have, but in this case it was free. That's the only reason I said, oh, yeah, here's the other arm.
Yeah, I'd like to ask my doctor about it because I'd like to get one, just, to keep tabs on my blood.
I think it'd be real interesting. Yeah, it gives you the whole breakdown of all the vitamins and all the nutrients and everything that's in your blood.
That's great. Secondly, if George wants to become a real serious AM talk show host or whatever the case may be, he should change his last name. Rodriguez, nobody's going to listen to a guy named George Rodriguez on AM.
In this town, he already got a 90 share.
Yeah, but he's catering more towards English-speaking people rather than Spanish-speaking people.
Yeah.
And
George Rogers.
No, George Rod may be better.
George Rod.
George Rod. Thirdly, Neil.
How about Rod George?
Just George.
How about Jeff George?
How about Jorge Lo?
Okay.
But anyway, I also wanted to tell you that.
How about Mamelo?
Mamelo Jorge Lo.
Yeah, right.
I just wanted.
How about Mamala?
Mama.
As Rutger Hauer said, Mama La Finger.
Mama La Jorge Lo.
But anyway.
Getting over to the topic that...
Isn't that what Rutger Hauer said, Mama La Finger? But anyway. And by the way, what was his name in the movie? He had a name. His name is John...
In what movie?
In the Hitcher. They kept asking him, what's your name? And C. Thomas Howell says his name is John...
I just don't know.
I forget.
Can't remember his name. It's a great movie, though. HBO movie, by the way.
Tremendous movie.
That was an HBO movie.
Right.
I just wanted to comment because I use marijuana from time to time.
Oh, no.
From time to time.
Come on. Not me.
And it's good stuff.
Not me. All I do is sit in my hotel room in Amsterdam with a bunch of Ben & Jerry's cartons and a couple ounces.
That's another reason I don't understand why you go there if you don't do drugs.
What does that mean?
You're always talking about everybody always is getting high over there and having a good time.
I never said everybody is getting high. The people that want to get high, they get high. Not everybody's getting high.
Yeah, but you said
everybody over there is doing what they want to do.
And then you have all the Jamaicans and the blacks are the ones who control the drug dealing. Didn't you say that? I
said that out in the streets, the illegal drug peddling that goes on, there's not that many of them, but there are a few here and a few there, and they're annoying, and they stand in the middle of the streets, coke, crack, and they solicit you to buy illegal drugs.
And they're Jamaicans?
No, they're not Jamaicans. They're from like the Dutch Antilles.
Oh, and they're not black?
Huh?
I thought you said they were black.
They are. They're from the Netherlands Antilles. They're from the Caribbean. Have you ever seen any white people in the Caribbean?
No.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
You ever heard of a white drug dealer?
Yeah, really. Not nowadays. Maybe in Oregon. But I use marijuana from time to time, but I don't believe that it should be legalized.
Why not?
Well, because that industry, which it is, the drug industry, is really usually intertwined with people that also deal heroin and cocaine. Whenever there's a marijuana dealer, there's a cocaine dealer.
Oh, yeah, right. Like when you walk into cafes in Amsterdam, they're selling cocaine and heroin. Not.
No, here in the United States.
But that's the whole point. If you decriminalize marijuana, it takes that element out of it. It also takes the crap out of whatever you're buying on the street. So people aren't buying a pig in a poke.
Yeah, but just because I smoke marijuana doesn't mean that it's okay to do heroin or cocaine, which are highly addictive drugs that create crime.
Nobody is suggesting heroin and cocaine are not legal in the Netherlands, and nobody with a brain is suggesting that they should be legal here, okay?
Thank God.
And have a great day. Oh, my God. He must be related to the guy that called, that was doing the double talk before. Remember the guy that called that one day and said, Neil, what do you consider a good call? The last two was not it. I can't tell you what is it, but the last two, definitely, that was not it. Too much weed. All you kids out there, a little weed, not too bad, but too much weed to be just like this last guy, talking crap. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Still waiting for a great call on the out-of-town line from somebody who doesn't want to talk about boring radio stations, okay? Oh, man, I'm telling you, that west coast of this state. I really pity you. I send my deepest condolences to those of you good people who are forced to live over on that coast. I mean, what you got, we got our problems here, believe you me. But what you got over there, you talk about desperate. You talk about getting a search party to find people with an IQ larger than their finger. 785-6345. That's our out-of-town line number. Toll-free for the whole USA, allegedly. Although I have people faxing me saying they still can't get through from various places, and I believe that. I believe that then, and I believe it now. Here's Miami Beach. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Uh-huh.
How you doing?
Okay.
Saul from Miami Beach.
Yes, Saul.
Listen, that Villa Deli was the best.
Wasn't that great?
Yeah, but you know what I never heard you talk about?
Is the Epicure still there?
Epicure, but they sold it now. A new family from California company is taking it over now.
Oi!
Oi! Oh,
It'll never be the same. You know what
How come you never mention when you talk about steak? Do you remember Christine Lee's?
Sure.
Oh, they had the best steak I ever had.
It was good. Very good.
How about this one?
Overpriced. Christine Lee's was overpriced, though, but it was very good steak.
I'll take you back just a little. How
Take me
about
back.
Top of the Home Restaurant?
Don't put me out, but take me back.
I'll never put you
The
out.
top of the what?
Top of the Home
In
Restaurant.
Hollywood.
In Hollywood.
Oh, that was great.
Wasn't that great?
Woo! That was sensational.
Dick Cammy's Top of the Home.
Right, that was fantastic.
How's the potatoes doing?
Am I right about the famous?
You're right.
Wasn't the famous the best?
That was it, my friend.
Oh.
How are those potato pancakes?
Great, delicious.
Oh, wow.
Delicioso.
Okay.
As Deepa would say, delicioso. Have it rate the sukkahs.
Oi!
Oh, that was Saul. I think he just went over the edge.
Oi!
Saul on the beach. Well, he just looked out the window and saw those Cubans. Oh, that was delicious. You know, that was, like I said, Defo would say, delicioso. You're such a goy, Defo. Get out of the house once in a while, will you? I'm not just talking about when your wife kicks you out. I mean, just like in general. Get out of the house besides the track. Here's Aventura. Hello. Aventura.
I want to talk about abortion. I'm a foreigner.
About abortion?
Abortion.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You're a foreigner?
I'm a foreigner.
Where are you from?
I'm from Finland.
Oh, from Finland. All right. I've been in Helsinki.
Yeah.
It's a very civilized city. I like it very much.
It sure is. Anyway,
your language,
in my
I can't
country,
make out
if a
heads
woman
or
wants to have an abortion, she
Right.
goes out and gets an abortion. There are a few morons in my country, too, who think it's murder, so all they have to watch, not to get an abortion.
Right.
But not to try to force their belief on other people. Over here, I see these people, of the Christian Coalition, the Right to Life First. It's unbelievable.
Religious nuts. Religious nuts. America's overrun with religious nuts.
Yeah, that's right.
Which in Scandinavia, of course, you don't have too many.
Unfortunately.
And in Netherlands, we don't let any of them in.
That's good. So
we ship them across to Germany and let them deal with them.
What I
in their own
wanted
special
to
way.
mention that I've seen that doctors getting killed, abortion clinics getting bombed, and I've seen once a demonstration of Right to Lifers, an abortion clinic.
Right.
I have a message for them.
Good.
I look at their women; they were ugly and fat. They have no worry about getting abortion because I don't think anybody in their right mind would impregnate.
Exactly.
Maybe Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles, but nobody
Maybe,
else.
but I doubt that.
And
Once they got near the smell, they'd probably run like hell.
That's right. And their mouth-breathing husband around them. And what man has to do with an abortion?
Exactly.
When a man gets pregnant, he can open his mouth. Otherwise, shut up, butt out. Let the woman
Excellent.
take
Nice
it.
job, pal.
So, nice talking to you.
See you in Helsinki.
Yeah.
Alstublieft, whatever that means in Dutch. Yeah, isn't everybody in Amsterdam on drugs?
No.
Aren't they all stoned out of their minds?
No.
Oh, I'm telling you, you parochial people that never get more than 10 blocks from home. No wonder you're hanging out in Shul, okay? It's a good, safe place for you. They got their goddamn sitzes wrapped too tight. It's 12:27 at 560 WQAM.
Panther hockey, Dolphins football, Marlins baseball, and now the Miami Hurricanes too. Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Holy Mackinac! This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Right.
You're listening to the Hockey Authority, Neil Goss.
Rock and roll historians digging in the childhood home of Jim Morrison recently uncovered tapes of the legendary singer no one knew existed. And now you can experience a Jim Morrison Christmas.
Santa's on the roof. I heard the reindeer hooves. He's coming down the flue. He's got some gift for you. Santa's on the roof.
Here's the chance to lift your spirits in this joyous season with the melancholy sounds of one of the most depressing artists in rock history.
Yeah, the chestnuts roasting. All the family's toasting. Grandma's high as a kite. Another family of five.
It's the Lizard King at his most festive, a Jim Morrison Christmas.
Fruitcakes, I hate them. Please don't give one to me. They're more annoying when they come COD.
A Jim Morrison Christmas. It's the CD that proves the Yuletide season is still alive, even if he isn't.
12:32 at 560 WQAM. Here's one of the great faxes in history. It says, a brief explanation why getting T-shirts, keychains, etc. to retail outlets is a problem, ? Okay? And what's the answer, Robert? You hear that? A brief explanation why getting T-shirts, keychains, etc. to retail outlets is a problem, ? And we're waiting for the brief explanation, which is, we ain't going to give it to us? 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. 877-SUCK-NEIL, SUKNEIL. How disgusting on the out-of-town line. I didn't choose that thing, by the way. That wasn't my idea. That was some disgusting pervert, I think our program director, in one of his wild fantasies. Here's Deerfield. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Circumcised Toronto Jew boy calling.
Okay.
I wanted to ask you a dish question.
Yes, sir.
I have a big dish, and I've had it for years. And by the way, I can't get most of the Panther games on it anymore.
Correct.
And
Sports Channel is now digitally compressed. It's only on a small dish.
Right, which annoys the hell out of me. And now I might have to move, and then I have to give up my big dish. But I can't. What I really enjoy.
Your big dish, sir. I hate to break the news to you because I've had a big dish for 12 years and I love it, but it's a dinosaur. It's
I know, but
the Brontosaurus.
I get the Toronto games and grapes on CBC every Saturday night, and
But you'll also get that on a small dish.
Oh, you will.
Yes.
You can get the CBC on the small dish now.
Absolutely.
Oh, that solves everything. Can I call the cable company a douchebag?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Metro Media, I hope you eat every unwanted fluid and the duty of the Ayatollah and die, you corrupt scumbag company, you. Thank you.
See you around, eh? Hostile Canadian there, a little upset with his cable company.
Oh!
Which is why we like him all that much better. Oh, he's Canadian and circumcised. I would say that the Canadians pretty much like the Americans. Not quite as high percentage, but very high percentage of Canadians circumcised from my personal research. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Still waiting on line 9. Boy, I'm bitterly disappointed. I thought that was going to change the whole ambiance of this show. Didn't I believe that?
No.
No, but it sounds good. At least I got it out of these cheap bastards anyway. Now it's up to the audience to use it. We got it, but you ain't using it. All over the state of Florida, all over the U.S. of A. 877-785-6345. Here's a call on the alley. Hello.
Neil?
Yes, sir.
I'm an out-of-town visitor.
From?
New Jersey.
Oh, from Jersey. I'm so sorry.
I'm visiting in Plantation now.
Right.
My name is Manny Needle. And
Manny Needle?
Manny Needle. We're headed out to Sanibel Island, where we've been coming for many years now, and we listen to you when we're down here.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of years ago, I heard you play a record. I think it was the farting pole, the farting post, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You still have that around?
We only play highlights.
Highlights?
Yeah.
Can I hear a highlight? That's a highlight?
Well, I mean, we only play that on holidays when we don't have a lot of commercials because it's too long. It takes about 25 minutes to play it.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
So maybe like on Christmas Eve or one of those days when we have a very light commercial load, if that ever happens on a station, we'll stick it in there for you. How long are you going to be here?
We'll be here only for about 10 days.
Like I said, maybe in these next few days.
Oh, that sounds great. Thanks a lot.
Okay, have a great time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Here's a guy from Jersey. He can relate to that smell. He's probably from like Newark. Oh boy, anybody ever been to Newark?
Yeah, as a matter of fact.
Oh wow. Woo! You thought that Josh Friedman just landed. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T. Is that line 9 working or what, huh? Sounds like it's working to me. We've had some calls on there today. It sounds like it's working, but we just can't muster up anything on that thing. I bet you all the people are listening like in Kalamazoo and Marshall, Michigan, Rochester, New York. In fact, Dick Feinberg, who's the new GM up there, whatever his title is at Pompano Park, had a little chat with Dick last night. Dick Feinberg, that is, at Pompano Park. And comes to find out he's from Rochester. How do you like that? Went to Monroe High. And we were talking about Don and Bob's, and I also was trying to think of the place where they have the garbage plate and the Great White Hots, Nick Tahoe's. That's our poll question today, by the way. Which has the better White Hots in Rochester, Don and Bob's or Nick Tahoe's? And the word is that Don, from the original Don and Bob's, has opened up his place called Original Don's, where they brought back the original Great Don and Bob's that the new guy had pretty much ruined down the toilet. You know the new guy that bought out the... Yeah, you know. Maybe we'll get a call from Rochester before the day is out. How do you like that? Wouldn't that be exciting? I mean, you know, there's something about Rochester. All us Rochesterians, we kind of stick together from Brighton and Irondequoit and Fairport and Greece. Here's a call from Nassau, no less.
Yeah, man.
Hello.
Neil God.
Yes, sir. Speaking, man.
Man, I've been trying to get you for so long.
You got the good stuff over there for us, man?
Oh, we got the good stuff.
All right.
The great stuff. One thing I want to tell you about, on here we have a lousy cable company, man.
Yeah.
Last night, I don't know if you watched it, they have a whole station. It's just Catholic. They had on the Pope. He was reading off this little script. And you see that someone was telling him what he could say because he was going like,
yeah.
And you hardly could understand him, right?
That sounds like him.
I say, God, Neil Garcia could see this, man.
Stop!
Yeah.
He was trying to stand up, and he was like, he was going to do the singing thing, and it was like,
that's him. That's exactly.
Old fart Pope, you old fart, you. But I got a shame.
Yeah, man. Yes, sir.
Screw that bitch.
You got it, man.
All right, thank you. Can I call someone a douchebag?
Go ahead. On your case, I'll make an exception after this great call. Yes, sir.
All right, then. Fat boy down at Hannah's Plumbing in Nassau. You douchebag, you fat boy.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
All right. There he goes. See, now in answer to the guy who said, what makes a good call, that's a good call. No, I take it back. That was a great call.
Oh!
All right. Nice going, amigo.
Yeah, man.
Great imitation of the Pope. That was that was good. What do you expect from an old guy with a beanie on and a dress? And a lovely white dress, though. A lovely flowing gown. I like this in this book, Hitler's Pope, you know. Look at the lovely gown that Pius has got on. Isn't that beautiful? His flowing, blowing robes. There are a couple of caustic comments about Cardinal Spellman in there, too. You know, the one that used to altar boys in New York. 21 before 1 at 560 WQAM. Yeah, they used to bring him in the rear of the rectory. They used to have a special, the limo would bring him up and bring him in the rear.
QAM drops the green flag with Motorsports Saturday. Saturday mornings at 6 with Joe Costello. Right here on Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Packwood can't keep his pecker in his pants.
You think blackmailing someone's alright. A big black smell, especially a head shot between your thighs. Screw on.
Roy.
You don't think blackmailing a charity's wrong. You bend over forward for anybody with a giant pulsing schlong. Something don't feel right. What rolls up your ass inside? Watch last night. Something on your inside. Something don't feel right.
Screw you be the bitch I bang tonight. I'll smack your head and bruise up your body the way you like.
All right.
Screw ass. You get my mojo long and strong. Give charity money to OJ and don't care if it's wrong. You blonde and you white. You just be my type. The kind of bitch we like. You know how to do it right. Got a date with OJ tonight.
Roy.
12:45 at 560 WQM. Our topic today: Jews who have Christmas trees to pacify their little pain in the ass kids. 5670560 pound 560 on the AT&T line. Still waiting on that line 9. Boy, this is a real punch in my puss. Man, I thought we'd be getting calls from Anchorage, Alaska, and from Honolulu, and from Fredonia, New York, and Depew and Schenectady. Squat. That's what we got, man. The big fat squat. That's your internet for you, okay? All these people, and by the way, don't forget NeilRogers.com. You can order the best of stuff and the keychains off of there. Robert, by the way, corrects his facts and says, please explain why getting T-shirts, keychains, etc. at retail outlets is a problem. Thanks for the correction. Okay? Can we explain it?
No.
No, first of all, you don't want the T-shirts. They suck. And number two, the keychains, which you should have, the answer is they were afraid that if they put them out, that they get stolen. Instead of like somebody explaining to them, how about having them behind the counter? And like having one like chained down at the counter so people can walk up to it and feel it and touch it. And the keychain too. And, and once they see it and squeeze it and diddle with it and a keychain, they'll want to buy one, of course. For Center One. But don't ask me, because the amount of effort and energy being put by others into this thing this year is so minimal that it's rather appalling at best. But we're doing the best we can. The Specs has done a great job for us. They're doing the best they can. They got great displays of our CDs and cassettes right out in front of each of their 17 stores, including over there in Fort Myers and in Palm Beach, Broward, and Dade. And we're doing the best we can, Robert. I'm sorry that we couldn't do a lot better job this year, but if we had a little cooperation, a little bit of assistance, but we don't. And it's kind of depressing when we don't have a little assistance. Here's a call on line 9. Hello.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
Line 9, right?
Where are you?
I'm in Sedona, Arizona.
Oh, my God.
Oh!
All right.
I'm trying to mute my computer here. Hang on.
Okay.
There it goes.
Muted out. Nice going.
Hi.
So what's going on over there?
It's sunny.
Yeah.
It's a little chilly.
A lot of old
And
folks.
I'm a Dolphin fan, and I tuned in to see what was up with the Dolphins and how you reacted to Dan Marino's last performance, frankly.
Oh, I don't pay any attention to that crap.
Not anymore?
When did I ever?
Well, before I left there, pre-Hurricane Andrew.
Oh.
We're a big Dolphins fan.
That's true. I used to be, but it's gotten so boring, you know. In addition to which, this town is so fickle, and all Danny Boy's got to do is play 1 or 2 bad games, and they want to lynch him, and they hate him, and all the calls on the sports shows, it's the same old crap. Oh, yeah, well, he's finished. We need to get him out of there now, and, Damon Hewitt is the savior now. These people are ungrateful bastards.
Okay.
They don't deserve Danny
the
Boy.
media's not treating him well, or is it just
Well, some of the media people, and mostly the fickle fans here.
Uh-huh.
What have you done for us lately, you know?
Well,
See, they don't understand that he had that little car wreck, you know?
Oh, the coffee spilling?
He had a little coffee spill. He's got a scalded...
Sure, it was coffee?
He had a scalded penis, and if you notice, he had a very difficult time in that last game, the Dallas game. He was like a little off balance, and of course, anybody out there that had a scalded penis, they'd understand that.
This is true.
But I think it's all healed up for this week.
Well, I hope so.
Because Jimmy said that he kissed it and made it feel all better, so
Oh, well.
it should be okay now.
You sure, Jimmy?
Or it was either Jimmy or Joe Rose, I'm not sure which. Well, have a great day in Sedona, sweetheart.
Take care.
Great hearing from you.
We
Take care of
miss
yourself.
you.
Have a happy.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Sedona, Arizona, baby.
Oh!
All right. Now we're talking. Do you have any idea how uplifting that is? I don't even know where Sedona is, and I don't want to ask her because I don't want to spoil the ambiance of the call. But it's just such a tremendous feeling knowing that you're communicating with somebody outside this state. Oh, God, I get a quiver in my
rectum
just thinking about it. And she was so nice to top it all off. And she also wasn't hateful and sour and nasty like these so-called sports fans that we have here. And I underline the so-called part. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's a call in Boca. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hi. I have a question about that topic you were talking about, Christmas and Hanukkah.
Yes, sir.
All right. It's a little bit off topic, but I'm going there in the same way. I'm going to spend the holidays with my fiancée, but she's Jewish and I'm not. And
Oi! Are you circumcised?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God for that.
And her
Because
family.
most Jewish women are not ready for the sight of that foreskin. I mean, oh. Whew. Man.
And, well, the problem is her family, they say they like me, but they're not fond of me because I'm not Jewish. But they like me.
You know what? Tough crap.
So, and I want
Tell her family to choke on their kreplach. That's what to tell them.
their family's threatening not to talk to her anymore if she marries me.
And? So what do you care?
I'm worried about her.
Does she care?
Not really.
So tell them, cocksucker, you know something? I said this a couple of weeks ago. I want to make a very good point to you, okay? You can pick your friends. You can't pick your relatives. It's only an accident. And all that baloney about blood is thicker than water, that's the falsest thing that's ever been uttered by a human being, okay? The fact is that if your relatives suck, wave goodbye, okay? Who needs them?
Yeah, and I told her if I had to, I would convert, you know. Just
No, don't do it. Don't sell out, man.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't do it for her. You'd do it for the relatives, right?
Yeah, so they wouldn't give her a hard time.
Wave goodbye. Just tell them all adios. We're going to go have a great life, and believe me, you'll both be a lot happier without them. Trust me.
Yeah, because I mean, I was telling her, you know, well, okay, I'm half, you know, my father's Jewish,
Which half?
And my father's Jewish, my mother's Catholic.
Mm-hmm. So you're Jewish from the waist down.
But they say that doesn't matter.
Doesn't? There you go. See, your parents, they're more like real human beings.
Yeah, and her parents say it doesn't matter because the fact that my mom is Catholic, that just gives it up on me.
Really?
Yeah. And so, and they said that, you know, that they wouldn't talk to her or anything like that. So, you know, and I just want to make it easier on her. So I want to know what I can do to him.
I would rip the mezuzah right off their door frame and just wave goodbye on the way down the road. Good luck, pal.
All right, thanks a
I'm
lot.
telling you, do it.
All right.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
See, he's not going to do it. Pussy. He's a good guy, but he's a little bit, you know. Let me say it again, okay? This business about relatives, if you got good relatives, it's a matter of luck, okay? You didn't get to choose what family you were born into. Nobody gets to pick and choose their relatives. See, whatever they are, they are. And believe you me, oh, could I tell you stories? Could I tell you stories? Woo-wee! I can tell you stories, but I got to go to Mommy's for lunch, so it's probably not a good day to do it. But I could tell you stories about relatives that I wouldn't spit on the best part of them, okay? Here's a call from Milwaukee. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
That felt good. Hey, I just want to tell you something. I don't miss South Florida in the least bit other than listening to you.
There you go.
And now that
you got us on the internet, life is complete.
My life is complete,
You
Neil.
just open up the water tap up there and you got beer floating right out. That's the way to do it.
Oh, my God. You go have cheese, beer, and sausage for lunch right now if I want
Got
it.
your own freeway and spigot.
I love it. But the Packer fans, that's the only problem, Neil. They're out of control.
Yeah.
But, hey, can you do me a favor, Uncle Neil?
I think spoiled rotten is the world with them, okay? They spoiled for too many good years, and now they have to suffer.
Oh, and it's a beautiful thing to watch them suffer.
Were you fudge packing?
Go ahead, sir.
Can you do me a favor?
Anything you want.
Can you play the Neil God song?
Can do.
You are the man.
Have a great day, pal.
God love you, Neil.
Happy Sukkot.
Hey. Thanks.
All right. By the way, you know that cake you were talking about that makes you, I think you were right. Oh, that's probably not that. It's just the volume of food I've done. Well, what is that? Why did I have all this food here this morning?
It just showed up.
Yeah, 'cause Peter Leonard's a piece of crap. I love my friends at Delights. They got really good stuff. But Peter Leonard comes in here and starts force-feeding cheesecakes and pork rinds. I mean, on the day that I got to go to my mother's for lunch, too. And I'm going to tell you, there's no way I'm making it till 2 o'clock. There is absolutely no chance. What? Well, I got a really good idea. What I'm going to do, what do you want to hear? Neil God.
Neil God.
So I think what I'll do is I'm going to play I'll do the spot, then I'll play that, then we'll do the rest of the spots out of that. You follow what I'm saying?
Sure.
And then we'll come back.
Or I could just fire it off after the break. Same amount of time.
Yeah. But you can understand it's not time for the break.
Oh, you need to go now.
I don't need to go now, but I choose to go.
Okay.
Now.
Like you said.
Do you know what I mean? Now.
We'll
In
go
fact,
with plan A.
The more you talk about it, the more I need to go now. The more I think about it, the more I squirm here in the chair. And I don't like this. I do not like this. This is only about the third time this has happened since I've been on the station. I don't like having to go and evacuate in the middle of a program.
At least you can pull it off.
Yeah, so to speak. Oh, I got a great spot to do, by the way, right now anyway. Oh, I do, because it's all about lunch. Everything today is food. Everything that's going on here today is food, food, food. And why not? It's Hanukkah. It's coming up on Christmas. It's food time. It's eating time, baby. And where the hell is that Neil God song? There it is. Hey, what do you understand what I'm doing? I'm playing the song. And then you do whatever the hell you like, because I'll be busy. WIOD.
Oh, Neil God.
Neil God. More power than El Presidente, man. I'm the most powerful goddamn man in the world.
Yes, I am.
Neil God. More power than El Presidente, man. I'm the most powerful goddamn man in the world.
Absolutely correct. Burgers are made out of people.
No.
Takes forever to get that taste and smell out of your system.
While 86% of newborn boys in this country are circumcised, the procedure is widely performed without any sort of anesthesia.
I have no preview. I'm bad on it. Neil God. I feel myself. Neil God. I feel myself.
I will not patronize Blockbuster or any other company that perpetuates this kind of behavior. You jackass.
Yeah, you turd.
Me again. He's an agent provocateur.
You don't have a bone spot. Big Heil, eh?
I know that the Lord even loves Neil Rogers.
Father O'Toole. God.
Mr. Mary Catholic.
Neil God.
Just lick him.
How's that hand job coming along, John?
You have no business.
I don't do my job as well when I'm constipated.
That is great radio.
I am that hemorrhoid. Don't we have a longer cord than this piece of crap? Look at this. Look how short this damn thing is. I'm going to take this cord and I'm going to shove it right up his ass, okay?
Oh, Neil.
This place operates like a freaking nut house. It really does. I want to be left the freak alone, okay?
And a man in my position can't afford to be made to look ridiculous.
Oh, boy. Ew, God. Ew, God.
Oh, gee, that's their face. Oh, they're doing that crap again out there? God damn it.
Boy. Ew, God. Ew, God.
More power than El Presidente, man. I'm the most powerful goddamn man in the world.
Absolutely correct, sir.
No, why should you hit it when I can do?
This is 560 QAM.
WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
It's not just the 1 to 2 hour, it's a phenomenon.
When some schlemiel tries to put me down and says he has a larger congregation, I tell him right away, now listen here to Nick, ain't you heard about show? It's #1 in the nation. All the space, Jimbo, Thomas, Virgil, be true to your show.
No.
Like you're with your mule. Be true to your show. I said he will go. Be true to your show. Oh! A new cloth gown, be embroidered in gold. It's sure is gold. I wear it everywhere when I go round to other AZAs. They don't know what to say. So be true to your show. Learn the ancient name. Be true to your show. Support the birthday brand. Oh, be true to your show. I'll be jacked up on the Sabbath service. I'll be ready to pray. I'll be standing at my girlfriend's at the altar in the choir now. She'll be singing away. Be true to your show.
All right.
Lick your dollar sale. Be true to your show. Whatever you get thrown out. Be true to your show. Be true to your show. You can die, 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 be true to your show.
103 at 560 WQAM. I was a little bit concerned because I had a spectacular, very enjoyable bowel movement there during that brief exodus from the studio. Actually, exodus. And I got a little bit concerned, though, at the conclusion of all those events. It was very quick and very painless and very antiseptic. But I began to smell this horrendous odor, and then I opened the door to depart there after I washed my hands this time very, very carefully. Opened the door, and I discovered that the aroma was Josh Friedman in the hallway. So I'm not nearly as near. I thought that it could have been me. I thought, oh, my God, did I just die and I don't know it? Here's Miami. Hello.
Hey, Mr. Neal.
Yes, sir. Speaking.
Hey, this is Billy.
How you doing, Billy?
Not bad. Look, I moved down here from Georgia about 2 months ago.
Oh, this ain't Billy Carter, is it? I thought you died.
Oh, no, sir.
Don't be peeing outside anymore, Billy. Come on. People are starting to talk.
Oh, come on. Stop making fun of me. Anyways, I'm down here doing construction.
Yes, sir.
And I got a question about
Where in Georgia are you from, Billy?
Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta. Okay, well, that's like a real city. I thought maybe like Aintree.
Oh, no. My family tree, it branches out.
You're from the branches like that kid that was playing the banjo in Deliverance, right?
There you go.
Uh-huh.
I got a question, though,
with
about
one
that.
eye to the sky.
Oh.
Or just with one eye. But anyway.
You're the man.
I'm the man.
I got a question
I
about...
be the man, Billy.
Oh, no. Well, yeah, you are, man, I hope. I got a
Kind of.
question. Oh, kind of? All right. I have a question about that swingers club.
Yes, sir.
Do you have to go with a woman, or can you go by yourself?
What's the answer, George? I'm sure you can go by yourself.
Saturday night is couples and unescorted females only. The rest of the time it's
anybody
different.
wants to go.
Yeah, call up for
Call
details.
up and they'll tell you.
All right, yeah, 'cause I just been lonely and, I miss my goats back home.
Uh-huh.
All right, Neil. It's been fun.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
See you, Billy. All right. What do you say? He missed his goat? 56705. That's what he said. He said, it'll get your goat, and I miss my goat. But he's from Georgia, so what do you expect? He's from the other side of the bank of the Coolawasi River. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. George is going to be doing a show on Swingers again tomorrow, by the way. Isn't he?
No.
Oh. Here's North Miami. Hello. I thought I was going to be here tomorrow. North Miami. Hello.
How you doing, Neil?
Pretty good.
I waited a long time to answer your question.
36 minutes and 43 seconds this chronic waited.
Rutger Hauer. No, I call about once a month.
No, come on.
12 times a year. No, once a month.
Okay.
Last time I called you was about your vet, and that's about a month ago.
Okay. No, you're not who I was thinking of.
Yeah.
You sound like who I was thinking of. Maybe you are, but anyway.
No.
You're okay.
John Ryder was his name.
John Ritter.
John Ryder.
Ryder, R-Y-D-E-R?
R-I-D-E-R.
Oh, John Ritter was Father Ritter from Covenant House who just died, that child molester, right?
Because he was hitching rides with everybody, so he was riding with people, so he called himself John Ryder.
John
that was
Ryder.
The name
That was the name he made up. Very good.
And,
Excellent.
I'm not gay, but C. Thomas Howell looked pretty good in that movie.
Yes, he did.
Don't say? But if you've seen him lately, oh, God.
He lives in Toronto now. I have seen him. I saw him on one of the on the CBC, one of the shows.
Does he look terrible?
He got all all the schmutz on the face. Well, that's what happens, Like that's the way God is. You look real good for about 5 minutes, then you start getting old and ugly and dying. Your cells start dying. Oh, don't say that.
Hanukkah.
Yes.
Everybody, they never really gave you the exact answer as to why it happened.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, that one scene in the movie where he's in the where he's in the truck, see Thomas Howell there at the very end, after Rutger Hauer's busy breaking out of the thing and shooting, killing everybody. Yeah, he looks astonishingly good. But anyway, I'm sorry, I'm digressing now about how good he looks.
Hanukkah. Everybody gave you almost the answer. The answer was the Greek leader that was ruling Palestine at the time. He put a statue of himself inside the temple, a statue of Zeus with his facial features on it. And that's what pissed the Maccabees off. And that is actually...
So in other words, the Maccabees never stole a freight train, but they got the Zeus in the caboose?
That's why Hanukkah happened. He defiled the temple by putting a...
I thought it was Alexander the Great was the one that was responsible for the beginning, the origins of all of this.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Now, one more thing.
And of course, we know what he was.
They
Besides
celebrate...
the Greek, he was a maricon. But anyway.
They celebrate Christmas, Jesus' birth on December 25th.
Yes.
Which we don't know when he was born, probably in the spring or the fall. But actually, Hanukkah...
First of all, we don't even know that he existed. But anyway, I'm sorry.
Take this for a fact. The first Hanukkah, it happened on December 25th. That's the actual date.
Oi!
Yep. That's it. If you look it up in history, it was December the 25th. So we know that there was a religious event on December 25th, and that was Hanukkah. All right?
Just like the Last Supper was a Passover Seder. How do you like that?
Well,
Isn't it interesting? Isn't it interesting how these Jews and Christian, all this crap, all kind of like mingles in together?
Yeah, I don't know why they call it the Last Supper. It's the Last Seder.
Okay.
Great show, Neil.
And watch out for the wine.
Call you once a month.
I hear it's treif. Okay, see you.
Once a month. Bye.
I hear it's treif. It's not Manischewitz. It's not Mogen David. Wouldn't it have been something if they drank Grandma Boone at the Last Supper? Wow. I wonder if George Jefferson was there. How's she doing, by the way, Sherman, what's his name, Sherman Helmsley? How's she be doing? Well, he's got more problems, bankruptcy, and then, of course, they outed him, and which came first? 5670560, pound, and then, of course, I heard he had bronchitis. He's feeling kind of wheezy. 9 minutes past 1 at 560 WQAM. Well, that's a great show. I don't care what Tom Jicha says. What's wrong with Tom Jicha anyway? Why is he such a hard ass, I like Tom, but he's such a little hard ass. Always ripping the Jeffersons about, that was such a stereotype, such an ugly show. It was a great show. That might have been the best show that was ever on TV, the Jeffersons. Certainly top 10. Top 10 material. Right after Green Acres.
How young is too young? Don't you love Bill Bradley?
Yes.
Don't we need Bill Bradley? Yes! He's more than 6 feet tall. Plays pro basketball.
All right.
Don't you love Bill Bradley? Yeah, we need him badly.
Yeah.
He's gonna win the race. People love him 'cause he isn't Albert Gore. Did I mention that he isn't Albert Gore? He played for the Knicks. He doesn't bore us sick. Yeah, we love him 'cause he isn't Albert Gore. Not Al Gore. Not Al Gore. Not Al Gore. Yeah, he's not Al Gore. Oh! I'll say it one time more. We love Bill a lot. Mostly 'cause he's not boring Albert Gore. Well, don't you love Bill Bradley?
By the way, have I told you how much I love Jim Morrison and the Doors? Have I told you that lately?
No.
Oh, God, were they great, huh? He's still alive, by the way. He's in Pittsburgh. Anyway, rumor is that if Bill Bradley gets elected, we'll be able to say the word tits on the air for the first time, which I'm pretty excited about. We're looking forward to that. It's 1:15 at 560 WQAM. Now, what does that say?
Just sounds it out. I have no idea.
Simmersha. Here's a call from Sweden. Hello.
Neil.
Yes,
Uncle
sir.
Neil. How are you, sir?
Great.
I think I got Arizona, and I have Milwaukee beat by just a little bit.
Simmersham?
That's right. That's the way we would say it in America. Simmersham, Sweden.
Simmersham, Sweden.
Exactly.
You're not neurotic and depressed like they are in Stockholm, are you?
Oh, no. No, not at all.
And
I'm
suicidal and antisocial like those Swedes.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
They are.
whereabouts is this place? Is it near Stockholm or Malmo or one of those places?
Yeah, it's near Malmo. It's a very, very, very southeast of Sweden.
Oh, so you're
I'm
close.
about 2 hours away from Malmo.
You're close to Copenhagen then.
Yeah, exactly. We actually fly into Copenhagen, then we take the ferry over to Malmo, then we drive.
A lot of ferries in Copenhagen is what I see.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely. I wanted to say to you, Happy Chanukah.
And thank you. Back to you.
I think, was it start tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow night.
Okay. In this side of the world, not too many of us Yids over here, so, you don't know exactly when
especially in
things start.
Sweden. The Swedes are not too fond of the Jews for some strange reason. Unlike the Dutch, who are very fond of the Jews and everybody else. But the Swedes,
Exactly.
first, one thing, don't take it personal, because as you know, the Swedes don't like anybody, including themselves.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Very
right.
neurotic. Hey, Stockholm, and I'm sure you've been in Stockholm, right?
Yeah, I have.
Beautiful city. It's breathtakingly beautiful, but
Oh, yeah.
it's very unbelievably expensive, number one. And number two, the people are as cold as the weather.
You're right about the cold as the weather, and you're right about the expense. Except right now, my U.S. dollar is getting quite a bit of krona over here.
Yeah.
For every dollar, we get like 8.5 krona right
Oh,
now.
that's good, yeah.
So the exchange rate is great. The other reason I was calling you to listen to Happy Hanukkah is because my wife is Swedish. Her family is friends with Peter Forsberg's family.
Really?
The NHL player, as you know.
Right, of course.
This evening, we're having dinner with Peter Forsberg's family. Peter won't be there.
Oh,
but
right. No, I wouldn't think so.
We're having, yeah, exactly. He's a little busy right now.
Well, he's busy eating potato latkes for Hanukkah in Denver, yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. And one last question for you, sir.
Yes, sir.
The CD, your CD is now out over in America?
Yes, it is.
Where can I get someone to buy it for me and send it? Where are you selling it at?
Specs. All the spec stores.
All the specs.
Uh-huh.
Perfect. I'll have to get that over here. I have everyone that's in my wife's family. We all listen to you on the internet now,
Excellent.
which is the best thing ever. So I have all of these Swedes over here into Neil Rogers over there.
Outstanding.
So I have to absolutely say we love you over here.
Tell them Dankevel, but I don't speak no Swedish. Dutch is as close as I get.
Hey, they'll understand it. They'll understand it. Over here, the only language is the language of love, I think.
There you go.
That's all you see over here.
Love and suicide and neurosis.
Exactly.
In fact, a lot of the Swedes in Stockholm, I understand, suffer from neurosis of the liver. Well, listen, amigo, have a great time and a happy holiday.
Neil, same to you, sir. Happy New Year.
And take care of yourself.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
There you go. A call from Sweden, someplace in Sweden, near Malmo. That's a lot easier. Yeah, Sweden's a beautiful country. Stockholm's a beautiful city. Do you want to go there?
No.
No, you don't want to go there. I mean, if you have a lot of money and you got a lot of time and you can have time, there are many, many other places I would recommend much more enthusiastically before Stockholm. Stockholm is nice. Like I said, it's beautiful. It is breathtaking, like most of the European cities. I'm trying to think of Milan is not beautiful. But it's interesting, and it's certainly a place that I would go for a couple of days, and we just did go last summer again. Milano. You can go see the Duomo. You go eat some great Italiano food. Even the northern Italian food, once you get used to the differences, is good. Just stay away from that risotto. And don't go into those restaurantes. Seriously, this Defo, we got to have a deprogramming for him. It must be the stress of that marriage or the gambling or the boozing or doing 15 jobs to make a living. The stress is getting to him. If Defo's mother is listening, sweetheart, don't take it personally, but your son is crumbling under the pressure. When he keeps saying over and over in that spot, one of the great restaurantes, and I'm just sitting here, even Joe Costello, who's a real good Italian boy, not even just a Guido, He came in here with like spitting blood all over the goddamn place. It took 15 people to just wash it off because he's so ticked off about this Beefo guy and his goyish spots. One thing about the spots on this station, man. And as much as we love Tommy, I don't want to start. Tommy's great. He's one of my favorite people in the building. But those spots, Tommy, I'm sorry. Here's a mobile in Seattle. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir. I feel like Larry King now, only less hunchback.
I know. Hey, you're getting calls from all over the world.
Sweden, Seattle, what'll be next?
I don't know. Maybe Syracuse. Hey, I just wanted to let you know about the reality of what was going on up here.
Yes, sir. Are they killing each other in the streets still, or what?
Well, I'll tell you, if compared to if the Seattle, let me put it this way: if what went on yesterday and the day before went on down in Dade County in Miami,
yeah,
there would be more bloodshed and heads rolling from the police than ever imaginable.
I think they need to bring back old Dick Daley is what they need from Chicago.
Or Nick Navarro.
Nick Navarro would be good, or maybe Ken Jenney. Maybe we could ship him out of here and get him up there to flex his muscle. Or maybe Raul Martinez to go out there and beat up a few punks, little guys in the street.
Yeah, well, you know, the thing is,
He only takes care of the short guys.
You know, one of the surprising aspects of what I saw in the news was that they only focused on like a group of about maybe 10 people that were being destructive, because that's news, you know. Meanwhile, thousands of people that were totally peacefully marching, they got very little attention.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it really it irritates me.
But I thought Bubba's comments were pretty good, though, yesterday. He said the people that are protesting peacefully, that, you know, they welcome them and they appreciate their points of view, and that the assholes out there, he said, you're a bunch of assholes, is what he said. And
yeah, there were quite a few assholes. And, you know, they weren't even from here. They were, like, from California and, you know, from other places.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Probably some of those hysterical tree huggers from California.
Oh, the granola was falling out of their pockets.
Yeah. I think I saw some of Yul Gibbons' family there.
Hey, I did have to. How's your diet, by the way?
How's what
Are you
diet?
still doing? Huh?
What diet?
Weren't you like doing like a low carb?
I was on the Atkins this morning from 7 o'clock when I got out of bed till about 9:30.
What happened?
And then I came in here and found a lot of food laying around. Well, I was on it till about noon. Then the potato pancakes came in, and I kind of rolled out the wagon.
Have you ever eaten those crispy M&Ms? Do you have them out there?
Crispy M&Ms?
Yeah, the M&Ms with they're crispy inside.
Not good. I don't like them.
You don't like them?
No, not at all.
Hey, you know, I was up in a.
I like a king size Snickers on the way home every day.
Oh no, that's bad.
Just tides me. It tides me over till I get to the Flamingo gas station, the mobile station there at Flamingo at 595, and I stop in there for a Ben and Jerry's fish food stick, a fish stick.
No Smarties, huh?
No more Smarties. No, I OD'd on Smarties. I'm allergic to them. I can't stand them.
Hey, you know, one of the greatest stories that I've ever heard you tell was the time that you had to go to the bathroom and you were like stuck. You were stuck in your car and you caught the bridge.
Mm-hmm. Sacramento. No, it was Oakland and San Francisco, right?
And then what happened was you try to get into your house, but the screen door was broken or something, and you wound up like having a little accident out on the patio or something.
Oh no, that was a different story. No, the one you're talking about, the original one was on the way to San Francisco to the airport one morning. I went into a Denny's. It was about 5 o'clock in the morning. It was pitch dark, thank God. And I was like, when I got out of my car, I saw the Denny's, but my mind was playing tricks. You know how that is? And I got out of the car, and each step I took, it was like
squirt.
All the way, and I was goose stepping. They must have thought I was a member of the neo-Nazi party because I was goose stepping into Denny's. And
you were doing the green apple.
I was doing a green apple quick step and left a very interesting pair of underwear under the back of the toilet in Denny's.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I actually had a little emergency. You know, it seems the closer you get to the toilet, the worse you have to go. And
right, because your mind is playing tricks on you. Your mind is saying, let it loose. I pooped my pants. Exactly.
What is the deal with right before you like take your pants off? With me, if I'm having like a little loose in the goose thing going on, what happens is right before I pull my pants down, all over my underwear.
Yeah.
I've got underwear all over the city.
You
know, behind every.
Well, that's good. Let's give the homeless people some directions. Some of those people up there in Seattle, give them directions where to find them.
You know, this is probably going to be my last call for a while. I really, really enjoy listening to you, and they have no idea what a pleasure it is that they have you on the radio, and how fortunate they are down there.
I couldn't agree with you more. Have a great time, pal.
You too, buddy.
Happy holidays. Happy Chanukah.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you. Happy Hanukkah, too.
Okay, see you. Okay. There you go. Good Jewish boy in Seattle who said Hanukkah. Now you're talking. You can tell the Jews from the Goyim. The Goyim say Hanukkah. The Jews say Hanukkah. There you go. You got to spit all over the microphone. That's it. Just like the Germans do. Ach, du lieber.
This train is now in the hands of the German police.
Oh, I'm sorry. 5670560. You will enjoy the trip, or else. How about a shower? Where are we going? Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
This is a Ronald Reagan fan on the Ronald Reagan Turnpike, and I know that you dislike him, but I just
Dislike him. He was a fascist pig, a useless fascist senile fuck. But anyway.
Okay, let me just hold on. I agree with mostly everything you say, but one thing. Just to let you know, I'm not a 50-year-old white guy that made a lot of money in the 80s either. I'm pretty young, and I just read this stuff about him. But a few things...
I didn't make a lot of money in the 80s either, so we have that in common.
Okay.
90s, I'm doing pretty good.
All right. But anyway, a few things he does deserve credit for. I mean, he served 2 terms in California, 2 terms as the president.
Yeah.
He stood up to these terrorists and these dictators in this country. He cleaned up Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
And even with Alzheimer's, if he was the president right now, China wouldn't be walking all over us. What do you think about that? Just wondering.
What do I think about it?
Yeah.
What I think about it, I just deposited about 35 minutes ago in the magic room. Have a great day, sir. Don't depress me. I'm having such a good day. I'm in such a good mood. I got all these potato latkes to take to mommies for lunch. I don't want to hear about some senile old right-wing Nazi bastard. The face man. Even his family knows that he was senile 20 years before he was in the White House. And, of course, speaking of his family, how's that ballet dancer doing, boy? Oh! Ron Jr. In fact, it's kind of sad now because, you know, when you have the Alzheimer's, when you're in the twilight of your life like he is, you kind of lose contact. Ron Jr. says that when he walks in the house, the old man says,
"Get the honey, Junior."
26 after 1 at 560.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Rambo 4 and 5. How are you? John Rambo's still alive. I want to make movies 4 and 5. My life ain't going great. Planet Hollywood's broke. Unfortunately, I speak like I had a stroke. First blood came in 82. That's when I hurt my penis and it never ever grew. Rambo 2 was in 85 late. Rambo 3 was in 88. Shooting and moving and shooting. My gun. I did not make this movie with my son. His name is Sage. He was in Rocky 5 and Daylight, the tunnel movie. A little bit of cash is what I need. I gotta get a loan from Apollo Creed. I gotta have another hit movie or a Broadway show like Jenna He. I guess nobody ever saw Copland. It was stupid. I guess I understand. My whole life is about to cave in. All I got left is Jennifer Flavin. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to make Rambo 4 and 5. Check it out. So call me up. I really need a script. I can do dialogue or keep it zipped. I like comedy, action, adventure, and drama. The only thing I will not do is have sex with a llama. So give me a break, for goodness sake. I used to be on Oprah. Now I can't get on Ricky Lake. Right now I got a one-man show in Poughkeepsie. Basically, I'm an unemployed gypsy. A little bit of cash is what I need. I gotta get a loan from Apollo Creed. I gotta have another hit movie or a Broadway show like Dennehy. I guess nobody ever saw Copland. It was stupid, so I understand. My whole life's about to cave in. All I got left is Jennifer Flavin. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, I need to make Rambo 4 and 5. Absolutely.
Sounds like time for a good lawsuit to me. 132 at 5. I mean, what kind of crap is that, Ellis? Can't you do better than that?
No.
Oh, well, he was demanding, and he was a prick, and he was nasty, but we're going to sue his ass now, okay? That's got to be one of the dumbest. That's even better than the TV intoxication. How's Ronnie Zamora doing, by the way? Oh! 5670560. Don't forget to go see George this Saturday, noon to 2 at the, the Primeco store. I knew it all along. 1996 North Federal Highway between Oakland and Commercial and Fort Lauderdale.
Sunrise and Oakland.
Between Sunrise and Oakland. Okay. Let me write that on here now that we're finding out a little bit of information on this. Sunrise, Oakland. And he'll have some best of Neil CDs and cassettes, and, of course, a whole bunch of these keychains, too. These really great keychains. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's Kendall. Hello.
Hello there.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
I got a couple, 3 questions for
We're
you.
big in Sweden, I'll tell you that.
Listen, what's EREV mean?
What is what?
EREV.
Erect?
EREV. E-R-E-V.
I haven't got any idea. Erev. That's not Erev. Erev. It means the evening. It means on the evening of Hanukkah, the night before, not Erev. Erev.
EREV. Okay. I just want to know I'm a goyim.
Only goyim say Erev.
All right. Number 2, you enjoying the Pope's Hitler's Pope?
Very much.
Yeah, I never thought I'd see a fascist Pope. Anyway, it's a good book.
You never thought you'd see one based on what it writes in here? Most of them were, including his predecessor.
That's true. That's true. All right, number 2, I'm going to give you a math question, please. If a woman carries a child up to 9 months, up into including 9 months, how can Mary have gotten away with 17 days? Because according to this calendar I'm looking at, it says the Immaculate Conception, December 8th.
Yeah.
And the kid was born on December 25th.
23rd, I think.
Was it he was born the 23rd?
Mm-hmm.
They showed him in the manger on the 25th.
Well, that's strictly for, for Hollywood.
That's even worse. I mean, all these women have got to
this is an Immaculate Conception. She wasn't just some ordinary bitch out there, doing this was God's work. He don't mess around.
But these women have got to suffer, and she only went for 17 days.
That's right. And now she's got to suffer being baked in the oven on those Totino's pizzas all over the world 80 million times a day to make up for it. God bless you, sir.
Yeah.
I'll pray for it. Okay, we got a couple open lines on the board. I'm a little bit concerned here. Am I concerned?
No.
But it sounds good to get that tone in your voice, we got Hank Goldberg coming up at 2. Are we concerned about that?
No.
We know he'll be here. Henry Goldberg in the studio. We got Hurricane Hotline from the Heck Center 6 to 8 tonight. How about those Hurricanes?
Oh!
And then we got another terrible matchup. Boy, these NFL games. Oh, God. Pittsburgh Steelers, who lose to every girls team they ever play, against one of the pretty decent teams in the league, one of the better teams in a very mediocre league, the Jacksonville Jaguars, 8 to 11 o'clock tonight. Ed Kaplan will lick your wounds, all you gamblers, after the game. Did they cover, didn't they cover, et cetera, and so on. You know how that goes. Here's Cooper City. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Neil?
Pretty good.
Has anybody touched on the news that McDonald's is buying all
Boston Chicken.
Yeah.
No, nobody mentioned that.
No, and then there's 2 concepts that McDonald's owns: a pizza concept and a Mexican concept.
Right.
So that's going to be pretty interesting. They're going right after Pepsi and Taco Bell and Pizza Hut, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. If you went to Europe and you saw how many McDonald's there are, I mean, there are also, Kentucky Fried and Burger King, but McDonald's outnumbers them like 10 to 1. Now, every street corner there's another McDonald's.
Right. Let me ask something about getting the dish. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm a novice. I'm one of these victims of the cable companies.
Right.
Is it really worth looking into? My basic bill
Of
now
course.
is about $40.
Oh, are you kidding me? Absolutely.
If I have kids, though, do I have to get a multiple set for 2 different rooms? If I have a master and like a family room TV?
Yeah, so you'll get but I noticed that they have Brands Mart and some of the other stores are having special deals on second receivers. That's all you have to have you only have to have 1 dish, but you have to split off to a second receiver. But they're having special deals on that now, and you can do that for almost nothing.
Right, because I'm tired of like 3 Spanish, 3 home shopping, and
you won't have to see any of those ever again. And when you see the difference in the picture quality, you'll wonder why you've been wasting your money on cable. Believe me, trust me.
Does it go out if there's a severe rainstorm or anything, or thunder?
Just maybe for a few seconds here and there, but I mean it's got to be like the end of the world. You lose, but you never have a situation like with your cable where it goes out for hours at a time. And you have nothing but snow. That'll never happen.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, please do it. I beg everybody out there. I have nothing to gain. I have no vested interest. I got no stock in it. I got nothing, like I said. But do yourself a big favor. When in doubt, say goodbye to your cable company and go get you a small dish. Here's a call from Denver. Hello.
Hey, Neil. How's it going?
Pretty good, sir.
I heard you talking about the NFL earlier. You were talking about bad games. And I got to admit, I thought the New York fans were very bad. But the Colorado, Denver Bronco fans are the worst in the world. I mean, come on. Buffalo's bad. The Jets are bad.
Mm-hmm.
But the Bronco people suck out here.
Yeah.
And the thing up in, what is that, Washington, Oregon, wherever it is, Seattle, it's all a bunch of hippies. Everyone from here is the same way. They're
it's people who want to be, 90s hippies. They're living in the 30 years past. They're trying to be latter-day hippies.
I was watching it on the news, and this kid's like, he's like 19 years old, talking about, oh, I'm a nomad. I'm like, you're not a nomad. You're a bum.
Mm-hmm.
You're walking around from nowhere. You have no job. You're a bum. Sorry.
You're exactly. Very good. Good recovery. That was very good.
Anyways, I love listening to you on the internet, and I miss living in Miami. And I will talk to you later.
Okay, God bless you, sir.
All right,
and we'll
bye.
pray for you after what you just said. He said he's a fug. Remember the Fugs? What's that?
Boobs a Lot.
Boobs a Lot. There you go. Boobs a Lot by the Fugs, one of our favorite songs. There you go. Might actually play this. Or not, as the case might be. The Fugs. Can we say how about Fugs? Like I said, we might. We got a lot of spots here. We don't have time for too much frivolity here, and once we get one of those condensing things on we talked about yesterday. What do they call it?
Cashbox.
Cashbox. Once we get the Cashbox here, if we can ever afford that, and we can condense down the program content, we'll be running about 52 minutes of spots an hour, and you won't even notice the difference.
Wake up with the first team. Joe Rose, Jeff DeForest, and Steve Goldstein. Weekday mornings at 6. Only on Sports Radio 560 QAM.
We're not talking about women.
One, two, three, four, five. Come on over, honey, now. Come and take a drive to my big house in Chappaqua. We can both get juice and maybe a little Panama. My wife is on business. She's out for a week. I'm like a kid in a candy store. It's time to cheat. I got pretzels, hot dogs, cold beer, and pizza. You remember Little Billy, your leaning Tower of Pisa. It's going to be a wild time at my home in New York. Because to me, darling, cheating's like a sport. Unzip my fly. It's all good. Coming over, honey, now blow on my trumpet. A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Monica without my wife. Now a little bit of Monica's what I see. When she's far away, that's Hillary. A little bit of Monica's what I need. A little bit of Monica memory. A little bit of Monica, here I am. A little bit of you, I'm a happy man.
144 560 WQM. Jamie in Plantation faxes me and says, love the show and bought the Best Neil 99, has the Best Neil both parts from last year, and looking for these songs, which was the ones I just played, Rambo 4 and 5 and this one. And are they on an older CD, he asked?
No.
Or she asked?
No.
Or whoever, Jamie? And,
no.
No. Do you want to, maybe they'll
set that aside.
Yeah, I'll set that aside. Maybe they'll send you $2.
I always have the insurance do it anyway.
There you go, and you'll still take the money, of course. 5670560. Maybe they'll send George a birthday present in honor of him dubbing that off. And, of course, you'll have to send him a cassette and $100. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line, our world-famous line. We've had calls from Sweden, Seattle, and Coral Springs. So more could you want? 877-785-6345. Of course, you know about Coral Springs. It's out of this world, baby. Especially the gangs there. They're out of this world. Here's a call in Kendall. Hello.
Neil.
Yes.
Yes! Yes!
Okay, so again, for the guy that asked about what do I consider a good call, 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. See, if you're gonna prompt us to do stuff that we already have here, that sounds much better like in the studio, like on our very high-priced equipment here. It probably sounds better like than you playing it on your little cassette recorder sitting under the toilet. Here's Coral Springs. Hello.
Good morning. Good afternoon, Neil.
Good evening to you, sir.
Yes. Well, we have another murder in Coral Springs.
Oi!
A man came home and had a fight with his girlfriend, and so he couldn't get to his girlfriend. He shot his girlfriend's daughter.
He shot a what?
He shot his girlfriend's daughter and killed her.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Yeah. We're in a nice neighborhood over by Atlantic and University.
That's the American fucking way.
Yeah.
The slaughterhouse continues. You know,
There's no such thing as a bad neighborhood. In fact, any bad neighborhood is one where everybody's got a gun. And that's anywhere in America.
Here's one license plate we'll never see. We'll never see a Choose Life license plate with a picture of a handgun in a circle with a slash across.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, that would be the nice license plate for Jeff to get into production.
Hold your breath.
And one other thing, Neil. If you remember, I called you about 7 or 8 weeks ago and told you that the satellite deal was a done deal.
Yeah.
And so you were first, your station was first, and your program was first to report it. And all I can say is now that we have the local stations on our satellite, we'll be able to get stories of local murders even faster.
And we'll be able to see the blood and guts in the bodies much more clearer than ever before.
The slaughter continues.
Okay. Thanks for the good news. Much more clearly. Did I say much more clearer?
Uh-huh.
Oh, my God. Am I illiterate or what? Well, who cares? Who cares if I'm illiterate or what? Just keep dishing out the money, thank you. There's no. Now, how come the fax machine is beeping back there? It's got plenty of paper. It must need.
Maybe it's out of ink.
It must need ink. Damn it. Well, we can wait. I can. It doesn't beep as frantically when it's out of ink. When it's out of paper, it just hyperventilates. Bop, 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 bop. It starts doing its rimmer routine. Now, like I said, it's starting to get pretty goddamn annoying. Maybe Bluff is in the building. Maybe he could find some ink for our fax machine, huh? In between his other very important duties, whatever they might be. Oh, here she is. Happiest Chinooka.
A happy holiday. Happy Purim. Oh, why are you saying Purim and Sukkot? You got the people crazy.
It's all the same. It's all the same. In fact, what would you rather have? Would you rather have potato latkes and jelly donuts or Hamantaschen? Why not all of the above?
Well.
Huh? Hamantaschen are always good. Even at this time of the year, they would go over really big with me.
Well, I try not to eat cake.
Yeah, don't eat no jelly donuts, please.
And the jelly donuts, God, that's
They'll kill
murder.
you. Terrible. Awful. But how about potato latkes?
Well, I bought some in the frozen food and a big jar of applesauce.
Mmm.
So
I got some right now. Corky sent me a big container of sour cream, a huge container of applesauce, and about 600 of those great little potato pancakes that Corky's is famous for. And I'm taking them over to Mommy's house right now.
Wow.
How do you like that? I bet she'll go nuts when she sees these. All she got to do is heat them up in the toaster oven, and they'll be great.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Right. So did you have a nice vacation?
Oh, the best. A great time, yes.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have such a nice time Thanksgiving.
Why not?
I had turkey and all the stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you see, that upsets me,
Oh, I see.
especially if I'm having my lunch. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to keep you. I just want to wish you.
Well, what was wrong on Thanksgiving? I don't understand. What was the problem?
Well, nobody came, and I watched the parade in New York
how
until
sad.
12 o'clock.
Yeah.
And my one nephew was supposed to call me to wish me a happy holiday.
And didn't even bother.
And he forgot.
Yeah, I'd cut him off. I'd cut him out of your will right now.
Yeah.
Leave it to me instead.
And
All $10.
so I got over it.
You'll get over it. Life goes on. You know, to hell with them. To hell with them. Life is for the living, for us.
So I hope you and your mother have a delicious time eating all the goodies. See your mother also.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And have a very happy and healthy.
Thank you very much.
Take care of yourself.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. How do you like that? That's a little bit depressing.
Happy Purim!
She sounds like she's over it. Some nephew, or whatever, grandson, whatever the hell he was, we're going to track him down, okay? Make sure that this Thanksgiving was, one he won't forget for a long time. We're going to call Luca Brazzi right after the show. 10 before 2 at 560 WQM. What's been not too bad of a Thursday. We got those trends coming out at 2:30, which means tomorrow morning we can kill a lot of good time with those ratings with the numbers for whatever those 3 months are going to be, August, September, October. I have a feeling that for this station, they're going to be precipitously bad, but, I never can be too sure. Especially for that morning show. I have a feeling, boy, that morning show, I'm going to try to restrain myself, but that Joe Rose, he's starting to really turn out to be the backstabbing turd that we always knew that he was, that we always feared that he was. A lot of backstabbers in that morning crowd. We got one good friend on there, our good buddy Tommy. Anybody else?
No.
I mean, well, think a minute.
No.
Come on, anybody else on that morning show that
No.
really can bond with,
No.
or trust,
No.
care about?
No.
Okay. Just trying to give you a moment or two to think about it. 151 at 560 WQM.
If you blow too much, you're in trouble.
Captain's Yule log. Stardate 1225. It was the trek before Christmas, and on the Enterprise. The crew was feeling merry. Spirits on the rise.
Damn it, Jim. What should I get Spot for Christmas? I can't find earmuffs big enough for the son of a...
Bones, get a hold of yourself. There's a Sharper Vulcan catalog in my cabin.
Oh.
Scott, how are the decorations coming?
I need more time, Captain. Not to mention tinsel.
Well, set your phasers on trim.
Aye, sir.
Captain.
Yes, Mr. Spock.
Care to try my Vulcan nerve punch?
Yes, of course. Mr. Chekhov, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my ship tonight?
Yes, Captain.
Red alert. Alien on the bridge, identify yourself.
I am John Luke, the spirit of Star Trek Future. I am here to bring you tidings of great joy and another movie script.
How can this be? It's a miracle. Scotty, Spock, Spock.
Captain's log supplemental. And the bald spirit cried as he beamed out with his tricks. You're all making a mint. Why stop this Star Trek 6? Happy holidays!
156 at 560 WPM. I was just thinking, if the Shroud of Turin is authentic, that Jesus was a hell of a snappy dresser, you know it? He was lovely. Here's Pembroke Pines. Hello. Or I'm on the wrong line. Mobile in Boca, like I said. Hello.
Neil, great show.
Uh-huh.
Neil, you think so?
Here's Pembroke Pines. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
This is a Jewish boy calling up to explain to you the concept of the Immaculate Conception.
Oi! Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the birth of Jesus.
Yes.
It has to do with the fact that the Catholic doctrine is that Mary was conceived without original sin.
Uh-huh.
So those people who think, about 99% of the population, that it has to do with Jesus' birth and the fact that she was a virgin, that has nothing to do
But you know something, no matter what it has to do with, it's still a ridiculous fairy tale.
Oh, of course.
In addition to which, Immaculate Conception is not an original with the Catholic Church or with Christianity. There were zillions of immaculate births throughout all of the other ridiculous religions.
Now remember, this is not an immaculate birth.
Yeah, exactly.
Just saying she was conceived.
Well, let me say it again, sir. Have a great holiday. Have a happy Aziz and Pesach. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Neil is the man. What's up, Neil?
How you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm going to call you a baller from now on, all right?
You gonna what?
A baller. Do you know what that is?
No, I don't know what that is.
It's a big time. You're a big timer.
Big timer?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna put me out now, are you?
Nah, hey,
right.
but I tell you what.
Don't put me out.
Tell them kids to back that ass up.
Back that ass up, kids.
Neil the man. All right, buddy.
All right. Now you be talking.
All right.
Happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah, baby.
All right, Neil.
And don't eat too many potato latkes.
All right.
And don't eat too many grits, because it gives you something that rhymes with grits, man, as in, you know it. Time for one last call, which is good, because that's all we got. Here's the mobile in Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing today?
Okay, sir.
Great show, man. Great show today.
Not too bad today. Pretty good.
I wasn't going to call.
From Sweden.
I wasn't going to call, but more and more as you tell us how incompetent these people are at your station.
Yes, they are.
No, it's true. I mean, you have a sponsor, Macaroni Grill, and they've been mentioning the two locations in Miami, or one in Pembroke Pines and one in Miami on Kendall Drive and 121st Street. It's 120